first. So they kick it away to Zipikowski, who runs it out from 2 yards deep. And he powers ahead to the 26. This will bring out the rookie quarterback, Joe Flacco, the 18th pick overall in last spring's draft out of Delaware. What a season he's had, and really marking that moment when he came here to Miami. The rest of the year, sensational. Had a little bit of a slow start before that. They got the veteran, the former bingo Pro Bowler, Anderson, on the right side. And making the Pro Bowl, McClain, the running back out of Alabama. Over 900 yards, but they got 3 backs who can really carry the load. They got Neal set out wide to the right. Now they shift the fullback back in there, lined up in the I, and here they go. This is their game, power game, and McClain shows a little burst, gets outside, runs over 1 Dolphin. It's Jeremiah Bell who was able to come down with him after a gain of 9. This Miami defense, well, that first game they were without Jason Ferguson, so that was a big miss. They talked about it all week. Holiday having a good year on that line. Porter with 17.5 sacks. And Goodman had 2 picks in the big win last week to lock up the division at the Jets. They're going no huddle here, 2nd down and 2. And they go with Neal. And in his 16th year, Neal, former Pro Bowler himself, picks up 3 and a first.
Yeah, I think it's interesting. You see the Baltimore Ravens, Jim, a team, big, powerful, runs the football. They want to be physical, but here they go. It's almost a conflict of interest. They go fast-paced. They think they can wear down the Miami defense by using this fast-paced offense.
They call it, actually, according to Coach Harbaugh, he calls it a fast break offense, using a little basketball terminology. On first down play action, Flacco's first postseason pass right on target to Derek Mason, who had another big year that, unfortunately for Mason, seems to go unnoticed most of the time. Another 1,000-yard year for Mason, who picks up 18 here.
Everybody stays in blocks except for the 2 wide receivers. What a route. When you have those extra blockers, it gives wide receivers a chance to uncover down the field. And what a nice, easy throw for Joe Flacco to start the game with.
Interesting formation. Again, to go with Neal, set wide to the left, the fullback. They shift Clayton now into the slot on the right, operating in Miami territory on first down. And with the first down rush with McClain. And again, that gets the job done. Good north-south runner, picks up about 6. Let's get some Phil Simms philosophy.
Well, we've already talked about this Baltimore offense. People don't realize they want the pace fast. In Miami, for them today, especially on the offensive side, they think they gained a lot of knowledge and information by playing the Baltimore Ravens early in the year. And it's, of course, they're complicated on the defensive side. You need that first look at them so you can do a better job second time around.
They give him 5 yards on the carry by McClain. 2nd and 5 from the Miami 38. Ball's out. Fumble, and picked up by Porter. Soliai knocked it loose. Porter recovers, and Miami ends the Ravens' opening drive.
Miami Dolphins hoping Soliai and Jason Ferguson, 2 big guys inside who did not play the first game, can make a difference. They are crowding the line of scrimmage, wanting to be more physical, trying to attack the Baltimore offense more than he did the first time around, and it paid off with that fumble.
And Miami set up at the 49-yard line. Ronnie Brown, the running back. This is the #1 team in the league when it comes to turnover differential, and getting one here early. Brown takes it just across midfield to the Baltimore side, give him 2 yards. Chad Pennington telling us this has been the most enjoyable year of his 9-year career. Definitely, he told us. And again, awarded as the comeback player of the year for the 2nd time in his career. Jake Long, somewhat overlooked too about with all the success this year, but he was again the first selection in the draft last year. On to the playoffs, starting every game. Again, had a touchdown grab. You see it right there against the Jets last week. And a breakout second half of the season. 2nd down and 8. Cobb set off on a wing around the running back. Pennington's going to throw to Cobbs. Sidesteps 1 hit, has the first down. Shoved out of bounds by Scott. He first eluded Fabian Washington, gains 11.
I've heard that name. We heard this name, Cobbs, Patrick Cobbs from the Baltimore Ravens, going, wow, we like this guy. He's an addition to the Miami offense. He really complements Ricky Williams and Ronnie Brown, and it gives them 3 terrific running backs.
We have not seen now as they go to the third snap, but we will no doubt see that Wildcat formation. Much discussed, much copied now the rest of the year. They go with Brown on the handle, and he's knocked down for a loss of a yard. Hit by Ray Lewis and Justin Bannon. The Ravens defense, #1 in the league at forcing turnovers. Most interceptions, most takeaways overall. Nata, the nose tackle in his 3rd year out of Oregon, having a big year. Ray Lewis, for that matter, as well. 13-year man out of Miami, lives down here, Boca Raton, in the offseason. And another former Hurricane, Ed Reed, coming home. He has had 8 interceptions in the last 6 games, led the league in picks this year. Ricky Williams now the running back, 2nd and 11. And it's back over to Cobbs with Martin in front blocking, and they've got it all the way down to the Ravens 9. 2 catches by Cobbs. 1 goes for 11. This a big gainer of 30.
Well, what they do, Miami, they use so many different players in the game, and they come out in so many different formations. They make a defense think. And even though the Baltimore Ravens, a veteran defense, they've gotten a few looks here early they're not used to, and they got to get used to seeing Patrick Cobbs. When he's in the game, be alert. He carries the football, and he catches passes.
5 opening drive touchdowns in the last 10 games. They struggled at the first part of the season. Of course, this was a team that won 9 of its last 10. And here they go, getting into the hands of Ricky Williams, down to the 1. Devon Bess, through a good block for him, picks up 8. The last time they scored a postseason touchdown, well, here it is. It was a game winner, Lamar Smith. They have not scored a touchdown in the last 2 postseason appearances, but again, it's been over 7 years since they last appeared in the playoffs. Second and goal from the 1. Fake to Brown. Pennington with pressure. That was Jarrett Johnson chasing him. And they'll have 3rd and goal coming up.
Couple things, trying to catch the defense off guard, so you throw it on 2nd and short. You got to like the play call, but a fast defense, that's what they are. Jarrett Johnson just gets right in Chad Pennington's face because initially the defense was fooled, but the speed overcomes the fact that they got fooled to start.
1 tough yard to go. What will they do with it? Here we saw the Dolphins' recent success on an opening drive. Look at the Ravens. Resiliency. They'll go I formation. Brown the tailback. They'll go on the ground. Brown trying to find a seam. It's not there. Ray Lewis and everyone else, it seems, on that Ravens defense in that pile, stopping him for no gain.
Well, where they mark it will determine what Tony Sparano does. If it's on the 1-yard line, he might kick it. But if it's inside the 1, well, they've already made that determination.
They're going to go for the 3.
Yeah, it's right on the 1-yard line. So unless you have a special play or you think you can fool that defense, you're not going to overpower them, that's for sure. Tony Sparano going to take the points. I agree with the decision right here.
19 yards, that's all it is for the rookie kicker from Montana. He was 21 of 25 on the year. 19 yards, he puts 3 on the board, so they take advantage of the takeaway, the McLean fumble, and then a field goal from short range.
Check this out. With this controller, your character will mimic your exact motions. See?
Sweet.
Now throw me a pitch, just like we're outside.
You're out. That ends the inning. Next up, shortstop.
Want to get away? Now you can. With Southwest Airlines Internet Specials, you can fly to destinations nationwide for just $49 to $99. Purchased by January 19th. Low fares, no hidden fees.
Defender, the Fit, 6 airbags, new from Honda, the Fit is go.
We can build a smarter planet. Smarter towns. Smarter cities.
Smarter government. Smarter retail.
Smarter shipping.
Smarter airports.
Smarter food supplies.
Smarter grocery stores.
Trains. Cars. Smarter streets.
Smarter classrooms. We need smarter people. Really smart.
Smarter hospitals.
Smarter energy grid.
Connect them all together. And what do you got?
Happier people.
That's what I'm working on.
That's what I'm working on.
I'm an IBMer.
I'm an IBMer.
I'm an IBMer.
Let's build
a smarter planet.
There's a point between life and death.
You gotta go in, you gotta risk it.
When only these heroes can make the difference.
My wife isn't there. She's in danger. What are you doing?
Trust me on this. This is what we do.
We saved the hostage. That's the job.
Flashpoint premieres CBS Friday.
And we're back here in Miami. Jim Nantz with Bill Sims, and the Dolphins able to kick a field goal, and you're pretty emphatic about that one, that you go ahead and take the points this early in the game and don't have the deflating case of getting stuffed on the goal line.
Yeah, Matt, know who you're playing. Know your competition. That'd have been a tough yard.
This one by Carpenter comes down to McClain, who fumbled it earlier, set up the field goal, and he scoots out to the 36. Tackled by Courtney Bryant. 3-0 Raven football.
This has to be perfect. It's got the line. It has a chance. Will it? Will it?
Something new to crave. The CR-V from Honda.
Conventional wisdom says a full-flavored beer can't be low in calories. Budweiser Select is anything but conventional. Full flavor, 99 calories. Budweiser Select, the exception to the rule.
Rob, you know Verizon Wireless still has lots of really great phones on sale.
The holidays aren't over yet. Come to the Verizon Wireless New Year blowout sale for great deals on LG phones, like the versatile Decoy with built-in Bluetooth headset for just $19.99. Verizon Wireless.
It's 4 o'clock. You want to dial in?
Yeah, you know, these calls would go a lot better if we had an office.
This is our office.
This is your daughter's dorm room, Bob.
Listen, we have internet, telephone, dorm lounge. It's all free.
You could just do business at FedEx office. They've got Wi-Fi, workstations. A lot of them are open 24/7. It'll still save us an overhead.
Hey, baby. Here, give me sugar. Get a room.
Technically, this is her room.
Hello, we're on.
We understand. You want less overhead. FedEx Office.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Southwest Airlines. Low fares, no hidden fees. FedEx, your ultimate NFL air and ground player. And by Budweiser Select, full flavor, 99 calories, the exception to the rule.
And we're back here in South Florida. Our aerial coverage provided by DirecTV. About 80 degrees and sunshine. How does that sound to most of you? Not trying to rub it in, but it is gorgeous. From the 36, second series now for the Ravens. A little bit shaky on the handoff. That's McGahee seeing his first play. Goes for a couple of yards. Now, they were 1-15 Miami a year ago. The head coach, Cam Cameron. He's now on the Ravens sideline calling the plays, offensive coordinator. And great success this year. Great success as a coordinator with the Chargers before that.
Yeah, he's John Harbaugh praised him immensely last night. A rookie quarterback, his style of offense, not worried about the perception, where they're ranked in the NFL, just worried about winning.
Second down and 8. Flacco lobs this one over the head of Todd Heap. You know, for Cameron, talk about the irony too, the only team he defeated last year as a head coach was Baltimore. The only win by Miami came on this field in overtime. And Camarillo caught a pass, took off some 60 yards to give the Dolphins their first win. It didn't happen until December. They've lost the first 13. Now here's a Ravens bunch that's won 9 of its last 11. Facing a 3rd and 8. seal the pocket. Big time. For Flacco. Flag is down as he overthrows. That's that big arm you talk about, Phil.
Yeah,
he was going for Clayton.
Jim, he overthrew it just because there's going to be pass interference or holding down the field against the Dolphins. And how long did he hold that football? That's a lot of pressure on the offensive line in an obvious
Before the pass was thrown, illegal contact, defense number 21. It's a 5-yard penalty and an automatic first down.
Yeah, that's called on Andre Goodman, who was defending against Clayton.
Well, you just don't expect the double move to happen 20 yards down the field. And it's a good reach out and grab by Andre Goodman. And again, to time Joe Flacco, relax, stands there, nice fake. And he's not worried about the wide receiver getting out there too far for his arm. As John Harbaugh told us last night, he threw one 65 yards in practice without warming up yesterday like it was nothing.
It's like he rolled out of bed and was able to fling it 65, he said. Here it is, first down pass play. Zips that one to Mason. And Will Allen knocks him down, but another first for the Ravens.
Yeah, that's one of their favorite things on first down. You just call them starters at first down. Drive starters, play action pass to the right side. And again, I'm not going to talk about it all day, but you saw the throw to the sideline with a lot of force, and Joe Flacco made it look easy.
So once again, they move to the Miami side of the field. First drive ended with a fumble. It's McClain plunging ahead for 4. He loves the fourth quarter. It was this second year back out of Alabama. Plus, he was told early in the year by Coach Cameron, you're going to love it in December, too.
Well, that's right. You know, a couple things, Jim. He was a fullback in college, and Cameron told him when he was coming out, I think you could be an NFL running back, just not a fullback. And in the fourth quarter, he believes he's so big and strong that you'll get tired of hitting him. He's about 260 pounds.
He's smiling.
He's proven a lot of people right with that thought, too.
Yeah, and he had a big last month, that month of December, as teams, they felt like, weren't going to be ready for the punishment of 260.
5-yard penalty. Second down.
Yeah, they're moving fast. Too early on the left side there. But teams are not going to be wanting to take you on late in the season. And that was really proven true.
Yeah, that, and I like what you said to him. You go, describe your running style so we can tell America about you. And what do you say? Well, powerful, north to south. I have no wiggle.
Not a lot of wiggle.
Yeah.
But I'm coming at you.
I'm coming, that's right.
The whole game.
I'm going to wear you out.
Stepping back 5 yards, and Flacco able to get the feet planted, and a nice move there to get free by Clayton. That may be good enough for the first as he fought through the double hit. Maybe just a little shy.
Yeah, just this time the windows get tight. Nice movement in the pocket. And boy, you think he drew. Jim, how'd that one look? Fast, hurry up offense again.
On a rope. Pick up the first as again they get to the line quickly. That's Flacco. They ruled him down. Whistled it down. And Joey Porter was the one in on the hit, but it's going to be a Ravens first.
You know, just a couple things about this Ravens offense and about Joe Flacco. We've talked about his arm, and I think the surprising element to his game this year that most scouts, nobody thought about, that he's moved around so much and been good at it. Made some plays running down the field, scored some touchdowns, and most importantly, just buying time to throw it down the field.
Now he rushed for 180 yards on the season. Had a big 38-yard run for a touchdown in his debut game. But he can be a threat if he sees a little seam and there's nothing open down the field. Good time for him here, and a good pass to Heap inside the 10, and Heap taken down by Ronaldo Hill at the 4. They are not getting any pass rush on Flacco. That's good for 31.
Well, you're getting in there ready for the running play, and all they do is clear it out. You're worried about the big arm down the field, so you get double coverage on both sides. And who's got Todd Heap? When all the inside people are going, hey, we got to dig in. They're going to run it at us one more time. And the Ravens keeping them off balance, throwing the football successfully early.
And now they've got a 1st and goal to go. They go McClain. And that's Joey Porter. Boy, he got across that line quickly. Made the hit. No gain.
Yeah, Ben Grubbs comes out there to block him. they're probably going to push the pile for about 3 or 4 yards. That's all you want. But Joey Porter recognizes, dips down. These linebackers, pass rushers, they can lower their shoulders and still run full speed. That's when you know you're really good.
Porter, who has seen a lot of the Ravens in his previous life at Pittsburgh. Now it's a 2nd and goal to go. They brought in Adam Terry, lined up on the left side of that line on a wing. He is eligible. Flacco looking left, now fires it, and just wide of Mason.
Well, what they wanted to do, they gave an unbalanced line, and they were trying to throw the ball to the front side to Todd Heap. But the Dolphins, one of the things you have to show, the Dolphins got to show that they can line up to the unbalanced lines and be ready for all the variables off of it. And the Baltimore Ravens on defense got to show that they can line up to the Wildcats. So both teams making the defensive side think as much as they can.
On 3rd and goal, Baltimore brings in rookie Marcus Smith as an extra receiver, and Willis McGahee as a running back, lined up to the left side of Flacco. 3rd and goal. To the goal line, ball is caught, no, incomplete. Ruled incomplete, knocked out by Bell. That was Heap, who had a handle on it for a moment. If it had been ruled a fumble, it would have been recovered anyway by Jason Brown, the center.
Jeremiah Bell, 37. They go to their guy inside, Todd Heap. That's a good job. He gets his left arm on one side, gets both of his arms in there, or both hands, and just pulls it away.
The last 2 original Ravens are Ray Lewis and Matt Stover. 40-year-old place kicker from 23 yards out. And Stover knocks it through. So matching field goals here in the opening quarter in Miami. Dolphins and Ravens, 3-3.
Strength is power. Introducing the all-new TL, the most powerful Acura ever built.
Visit shopacura.com for exceptional offers on the all-new TL.
Talk about a wake-up call. I had a heart attack at 57. My doctor told me I should have been doing more for my high cholesterol. What was I thinking? But now, I trust my heart to Lipitor.
When diet and exercise are not enough, adding Lipitor may help. Unlike some other cholesterol-lowering medications, Lipitor is FDA approved to reduce the risk of heart attack, stroke, and certain kinds of heart surgeries if you have several common risk factors or heart disease. Lipitor has been extensively studied with over 16 years of research. Lipitor is not for everyone, including people with liver problems and women who are nursing, pregnant, or may become pregnant. You need simple blood tests to check for liver problems. Tell your doctor if you are taking other medications or if you have any muscle pain or weakness. This may be a sign of a rare but serious side effect.
I learned the hard way, but you may be able to do something.
Have a heart-to-heart with your doctor about your risk and about Lipitor.
Happy New Year from Dave and the Late Show. Monday, Dave's all new with Kate Hudson.
That's not all. Listen to this.
Later this week, catch Kevin James, Kiefer Sutherland, and Kate Winslet.
Come on.
Trapped in a women's prison.
Stuck in a women's prison is every guy's fantasy. Maybe not McGee.
Cut his throat.
New NCIS Tuesday.
Now the Ravens, 11 plays, they had it, but it gets bogged down inside the 5. They settle for the field goal. Flacco 3 out of 6 and well protected on these pass plays. Again, they felt very good about the fact that the first time they played here, the Dolphins really couldn't stop them.
Yeah, they did. You know, there's both sides to look at that, Jim. The Dolphins feel like they moved it on the Ravens extremely well, too. Just made one big mistake that cost them the game.
Steve Hauschka handles the kickoff duties for the Ravens, and that's Patrick Cobbs bulldozing to the 32. Nakamura on the hit. 3-3 here in beautiful Miami.
grace is power. Introducing the all-new TL, the most powerful Acura ever built.
Visit shopacura.com for exceptional offers on the all-new TL.
It's all coming down to a kick. A 40-yard field goal attempt to try to win it. Ball down, kick on the way. It is good. It's good. It's good. And that's it.
Live from your pocket, it's the NFL. Get the new NFL Mobile Live free with any data plan. Only from Sprint. Only on the Now Network.
I'm going to use this junior bacon cheeseburger, crispy chicken, and double stack to explain to you the basic principles of threeconomics. Supply.
Can I make double stack?
Demand.
How do you know all this?
I used to work on Wall Street.
What are you doing here?
Introducing Wendy's Threeconomics, featuring the fresh, never-frozen double-stack cheeseburger, one of 3 way better 99-cent sandwiches at Wendy's.
It's way better than fast food. It's Wendy's.
You're watching the NFL on CBS. The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Sprint. Get NFL Mobile Live only from Sprint, only on the Now Network. And by Acura. Acura. Advance.
And Miami Sea Aquarium, where Flipper was once filmed, and where our Dan Marino starred in Ace Ventura. Remember that?
Yeah, I do.
Jim Carrey had a supporting role.
He was good in it.
First and 10.
Why did he do more movies?
Yeah. Just waiting for the right script to come along. 2:40 to go, first quarter, and they empty out the backfield here for Pennington. They're going to hand it off actually here to Ronnie Brown, coming off the wing, and he rides into the arms of Suggs. And Pennington on that first drive for Miami, a couple of throws to Cobb proved large.
Yeah, you know, it was a successful drive, of course, for the Miami Dolphins, and the passes were short and to the outside, and the reason for that is, and you heard it last night, all the Ravens did, they complained about the fact that the Dolphins threw it up the field on them last time they played. They had success, and they're looking forward today to stop it, that's for sure.
Bennington, the number 2 rated quarterback in the league this year, behind Phillip Rivers. Again, the comeback player of the year for the second time in his career, and finished second in the MVP voting behind Peyton Manning. Ronnie Brown for about 4. If you had a vote in that, Phil, I thought it was interesting to hear that you would too have to give Pennington some very strong consideration.
Yeah, oh, absolutely, Jim. I think it was a toss-up between him and Peyton Manning, and I don't really know how the voting goes. It's not a point system. I think it could have been close if you'd have gone, well, no, it wouldn't. It could have been closer, and it could have been the second one for sure if you went 1, 2, and 3, but they don't do that for MVP voting. But 1 and 15, doing what he's did with this team, pretty terrific.
And here they go with the Wildcat. Pennington to the right side. Snap, Ronnie Brown, keep. And the Ravens read it, but they were not fooled when they saw it mid-season, and they weren't there either.
They took great pride in the fact that they just basically shut it out, tore it apart. And what they're doing, trying to be a little tricky, get the defense guessing, and they try to spread you out so they can get 2 good runners. Ronnie Brown and Ricky Williams, give them a little space so they can go up in there and get some big gains.
Rex Ryan, the defensive coordinator, and a good one. And his defense not fooled by what really is the modern-day version of the single wing. As Brandon Fields boots it down the way to Jim Leonard. Leonard tries to get the edge and turn it up to the 24. 46-yard punt, 11-yard run back. John Denny, the long snapper, brings him down. Flacco back out on the field. Matching field goal so far.
Love multigrain.
Has more of a flavor than normal pizza. All about the multigrain.
Discover the new Natural from Pizza Hut. A light multigrain crust, natural pepperoni, and all-natural sauce. The Natural, now just $9.99. Choose real taste. Pizza Hut. Now you're eating.
Lots of choices here.
It's confusing.
Look, most major sports are shot on Sony HD cameras.
So if sports are shot on a Sony, shouldn't you watch them on one?
Yes.
I don't really like sports.
Nothing's better for sports than a Sony Bravia HD TV. High definition. It's in Sony's DNA.
I'm not done yet. No matter how hard I train.
How long I train.
Or when I train. I'm not done until I finish it with EAS Mileplex. Taken within 30 minutes after my workout, the high-quality protein in Mileplex helps me refuel and build lean muscle. That way, I don't waste my workout. Now we're done. For a free bar sample, go to EAS.com.
Check.
Strength meets intelligence. The surprisingly efficient Ridgeline, built by Honda.
More people watch the NFL on CBS than any other network. The NFL and CBS Sports, the tradition continues.
Glad you're here as the Ravens break huddle and come to the line at the 25. They drove it all the way to inside the 5-yard line. The last time they had it, it's McClain, and boy, what a nice cut that was. Now just churning those legs for a first down. Ben Grubbs was one of those who really helped create that opening on that left side. He had to cut back.
Yeah, that, and you know, they brought Willie Anderson over to the other side, so they ended up running to the strength of that offensive line once again.
That's the end of the first quarter. We'll return after these messages, and you're watching the NFL on CBS.
It's an all-out flavor blitz with KFC Honey Barbecue Wings. We take our famous sauceless hot wings that are marinated in peppers and coated in seasoning, then glaze them in honey barbecue for 3 layers of flavor. Get 7 for $3.99 or grab a bucket of 20. Add a 32-ounce drink for a chance to win a trip to Super Bowl 44.
The Suzuki SX4 crossover gets 30 miles per gallon highway, has a pop-up Navi, available all-wheel drive, and starts under $16,000. So just because there's a gas crisis doesn't mean there has to be a fun crisis. The Suzuki SX4. Live large, drive small. Suzuki.
Beep, Slate Sanchez's phone here reporting from the demolition site. Slate and the rest of the Action News team don't have AT&T, which means no bars out here on the outskirts of town. So we didn't get that call about the new blast zone, which is now here instead of way over there. I'm Slate Sanchez, and I'm about to be the news.
Switch to the network with the best coverage, AT&T. More bars in more places. Now get 50% off all LG phones.
So you've been doing a nice job out there helping people save money on car insurance.
Oh, thank you, sir.
But I think there are a few other things you can say about what a reliable company Geico is.
Right. Well, maybe our Geico's the 3rd largest car insurance company in America. Nice tidbit there.
Exactly. And I've been thinking, looking a bit more businesslike might help too.
Oh, my. No, it's... What's the word?
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
How can you spend 9 hours this weekend watching football? Easy. Skip the Sunday afternoon game. Here's to a weekend of great games. Miller Lite. Great taste, less filling.
20,000 more, please.
Someone has been cheating. I'm telling you, I didn't cheat. Who is your partner?
I don't know what you're talking about.
100% pure Chinese heroin. This next shot may be the one that kills you.
You can go to CBSSports.com for complete coverage of the NFL playoffs, the latest news, the analysis of every matchup, video previews, and live scoring game centers. It's all online. CBSSports.com. Now the Ravens start the second quarter. First down from the 36. Adam Terry now lined up on the right side. Flacco throws off his back foot. He's lobbing it out of bounds. And Ed Reed, of course, is going to grab anything in the area.
Just can't help it.
They can't help it. The man who just had 8 catches, 8 picks, if you will, over the last 6 games, says, I want some of those out there on the field when I'm on defense.
There was no foul for illegal contact because the quarterback was out of the pocket at the time. Therefore, that is not a foul.
Well, you see Ed Hockley is the referee here today. And, of course, Ed, because of that Week 2 debacle in Denver, became such a focus of attention. But, you know, Phil, you talk about a guy that is so respected in the referee ranks.
Right.
Some might be saying, how did he get this game?
Well, because Ed Hockley and his crew graded out #1 in the NFL. That's how they got a playoff game. They overcame a loss, the San Diego game.
Yep.
Just like the San Diego Chargers did too. So
good for Ed.
Yes, it is.
And his crew. 2nd down and 10. So they pick up the flag. Flacco felt the presence of Porter and now rolls out and just throws it away. But he also got pummeled by Channing Crowder after he released it. Quickly back up on his feet.
A lot of good coverage down the field. He keeps waiting and waiting. And it just shows you about Joe Flacco, how calm he is. And down the field, sometimes the coverage by the defensive backs, it's not the best. They've struggled at times, but today on that play especially, the coverage was tremendous.
2 straight incompletions. They go away from the ground game and go shotgun. 3rd and 10. More heat. Good pass. Mason with the progress will have the first. Gain 11.
Well, a blitz that time by the Miami Dolphins, trying to get to Joe Flacco, make him uneasy. And you can tell, he shuffles in the pocket. Very nice job. Still finds Mason down the field for the completion.
They go no huddle. And his movement by the Ravens on the left side. That was Roderick White on that last play.
Offense, number 66.
He's not always active, but caught up today.
Still first down.
Randy Starks inactive, and Wright was the one who put some pressure up the middle. Wednesday, Queen Latifah will host the People's Choice Awards. You can pick your favorites. Movies, music, and television. It's your vote, your choice. The People's Choice Awards. It's Wednesday on America's most watched network.
You know, Jim, the first time they played, Tony Sperano said we put pressure on Joe Flacco early, then we got away from it. He said, I looked back at the game and said, wow, we should have kept it up. So today, I think they will constantly or consistently try to bring pressure on Joe Flacco.
Timeout called by Baltimore.
This Transylvanian has never eaten a burger. Will he prefer the Whopper or the Big Mac? Was it good for you, Whopper Virgin? I guess it was.
Small. Big. Minimum. Maximum. A lot.
For a little. Nissan Versa. 34 mpg and the largest passenger interior volume in its class for under $10,000.
It's going to be a late one, people.
Now you want people to watch me on DirecTV tonight.
Relax, setting my home DVR right from here. You know, you're a little scary up close.
DirecTV lets you easily set your home DVR from any cell phone or computer.
Oh, 3 o'clock. You guys know what happens at 3 o'clock? Our brewmasters sample the Budweiser. They actually taste all the different batches from 12 breweries. I guess it's a way to ensure that perfect balance, you know, of flavor, refreshment. Oh, I'm sorry. You know, I'm sure they all do something like that.
You're very good.
Change your mind? See you Tuesday.
So fine that I really want to make you mine. So I hear you're moving on. I am. That's too bad.
After 9 years,
there is always a clue.
CSI's Gil Grissom is leaving Las Vegas forever.
People lie, Professor. The only thing we can count on is the evidence. It feels like Grissom's last big game. I want to win it for him.
And we're back here in the Miami Fort Lauderdale area. Early second quarter, and the Ravens with the 1st and 15. They go McClain. He doesn't need much room. Zizzy doesn't have a wiggle, but I'll tell you, give him just the smallest opening. He's going to let you ride with him. He's going to carry you with him for about 6 yards this time.
You know, the one thing the Miami Dolphins talked about playing this Ravens offense, he goes, they never get discouraged. You stop the running game, they get 2, they get 1, they get 2. They just keep coming. And then all of a sudden they get 10, they get 20. And that's what it takes to be a good running football team. Patience, determination, and most of all, it takes toughness.
The procedure penalty puts them in a 2nd and 9 situation even after the 6 yards. So they go shotgun. Flacco almost intercepted. Aiken Adele had a hand on it. It was intended for Todd Heap.
Yeah, not a good decision at all. They're dropping back in zone. Watch the defenders. As you go down the field, you can tell they're looking at the quarterback, and Adele and Jeremiah Bell. He's going to try to come in and get the interception too. So when the defenders are looking at you as a quarterback, that's when you want to look them off and then come to a receiver at a certain spot.
3rd and 9. Need to get to the Miami 43. Here comes the blitz. Flacco's pass, a wobbler, thrown out of bounds. Area of Mark Clayton. Ronnie Holiday, one of those who put the pressure on Flacco, who's only 1 for his last 7 throws.
Well, they're going to attack the quarterback. Timing is everything with the blitz. Safety coming up in the middle. It's picked up pretty well. But what happens is everybody gets focused on the blitzers, and all of a sudden the defensive lineman comes free, and it hits Joe Flacco's arm, makes him throw off target.
You're looking at Sam Cook. What a performance last night by Mike Cyphers. Well, this is another one of the real 5-star punters in the league. Led the league in punts inside the 10-yard line with Sam Cook. And this one sails, about a foot into the end zone. Just a little too flush. A net of 32 yards. Dolphins will bring it out to the 20.
What is a petaflop?
A petaflop is 150,000 computations for every human on the planet per second. This computer can be used to help redesign our energy grid,
cure diseases in the vascular system.
You could simulate the Big Bang.
We can build
smarter cities, cut down on crime, disease, gridlock.
Global warming.
It can help us make the world work better.
We just broke the petaflop barrier. I'm an IBMer.
Let's build
a smarter
planet. Small. Big. Minimum.
Maximum.
A lot.
For a little. Nissan Versa. 34 mpg and the largest passenger interior volume in its class for under $10,000.
For drivers who want to get the most out of their cars, it's Bridgestone or nothing.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Bridgestone, the official tire of the NFL. Burger King, who reminds you to have it your way. And by IBM. Let's build a smarter planet. Visit IBM.com.
Dolphins Stadium. On Thursday night, Virginia Tech defeated Cincinnati in the Orange Bowl, and this coming Thursday, where Oklahoma and Florida will tangle for a championship. Here, playoff action, Miami and Baltimore. Squared at 3. Pennington with pressure in his face, gets it to Bess. The rookie able to make a little move on Jim Leonard in game 9.
Well, Devon Bess, who says his favorite player, of course, is Steve Smith, a wide receiver of similar size, and his Found a home as a free agent with the Miami Dolphins, undrafted out of Hawaii. Caught a lot of passes as a football player there, of course. And right away came to training camp. Everybody could see. Sharp route runner. Tremendous catcher of the football. Places for guys like that on every team.
Caught 293 passes from Colt Brennan. Here are the Rainbow Warriors and 41 touchdowns. Second down and 1. Ricky Williams able to skirt one hit. Ray Lewis with a punishing blow, but a first down collected by Ricky Williams. Boy, he comes around that corner quickly, doesn't he?
Yeah, Ricky Williams runs with a purpose. You can tell, we talked about it last week, still has the same speed that he came out with from the University of Texas. And again, the sweeps, the wildcat. Well, Ray Lewis can still bring it too.
A hit to the side of the helmet.
But I talked about why they do it. It's just another way to get more space for two very talented running backs, Ricky Williams and Ronnie Brown.
His first carry goes for 7 and a first down. 3 tight end formation. And throw it though. Almost picked off. Oh, that was Suggs, who was trying to make a hit, and he looked up. He might have had a play on a pick and a run back, which he had in their earlier matchup this year for a touchdown.
Jim, I talked about it a lot. You try to fool them. You try to keep this Ravens defense off balance. But most of the time, those defenders are looking at the football. So they're able to react very fast to that. They don't turn their backs too often on the quarterback or whoever has it. And that just makes them faster because they don't do it.
Rich Ryan calling his defensive unit likable and learnable. They rely on one another. Here's the pass over the top, his third catch. And he's about a yard shy of a first. Corey Ivy brought him down in the helmet area. 1 yard shy of a first.
It's interesting you say as you watch this play, you talked about Rex Ryan, and you see players running everywhere for the Baltimore Ravens. Crowd's reacting, could have been a face mask.
That's what I'm wondering.
Well, went across, never grabbed it. The head didn't move, so that's a good no call.
Let's see what the call is here for the Dolphins on 3rd and less than a yard. Look at this formation. Almost wishbone-like. And driving for the first down is Lusaka Polite.
Well, I think I said it last week, Jim. You see the triangle. They just do so many different things with different personnel groups. And just trying to make you think on the defensive side instead of attacking them. And also, Dan Henning, you do that with a football team because you're trying to find ways to make plays. It's not the, when you look at the Miami Dolphins offense, you're going, boy, they got a lot of big weapons that we got to be concerned about.
Dan Henning, the offensive coordinator, had 1 year with Pennington up in New York. Pennington's rookie year with the Jets. Here's a little toss to Williams, almost to the 50. Sperano had spent the last 5 years as a Cowboy assistant. 10 years ago, he was coaching at his alma mater, the University of New Haven, where he played center there for the football team. And what a story. When he got into the NFL, he said, I didn't want to be a line coach. I didn't want to be a coordinator. I wanted to be a head coach one day.
Well, he's proven. I think the Dolphin players said it right away. They just said that we knew we had a head coach we're going to respect. He could communicate. You relate to him right away. And like we've said before, most of all, he works him hard.
2nd and 8. Pennington forced out. Now plants. And fires high. Picked off. Picked off by Leonard. Jim Leonard zigging and zagging to the 45 of Miami. It was over the head of Devon Bess. Influenced was the pass because of the pressure applied by Bart Scott.
How can you spend 9 hours this weekend watching football? Easy. Skip the Sunday afternoon game. Here's to a weekend of great games. Miller Lite. Great taste, less filling.
It offers an EPA-estimated 33 miles per gallon highway. Better than Camry LE. Better than Accord. And it's the 2008 North American Car of the Year. The Chevy Malibu. Made by GM. Surprised? Now during the red tag event, buy this Malibu 1LT for around 21 grand. Or just announced, qualified buyers get 4.9% APR on any 09 Malibu.
How did we do this year? Divide the results of the interactive poll by 2850. This quotient is the first component. Poll the coaches and divide that number by 1575. Throw out the high and low numbers of the 6 computer rankings, add the remaining 4, and divide by 100 to get the final component. Add these numbers together and divide by 3. That's how we did.
We just got 3 sandwiches for 99 cents each.
And you just passed Threeconomics 101.
Aw, snap.
Wendy's Threeconomics, featuring the double stack, one of 3 way better sandwiches for 99 cents each.
It's way better than fast food. It's Wendy's.
1, 2, 3.
I'm Eli Manning, and I'm part of the NFL's movement for an active generation. Visit NFLRush.com.
Well, the Ravens led the league in interceptions, and now they get one here. Jim Leonard with the interception of Chad Pennington. The Dolphins tied the Giants with the fewest turnovers committed this year, only 13 on the whole season.
Jim Leonard learned his defense, as Rex Ryan told us, in 1 day. After 1 day, he knew what to do when he went on the field. Pretty impressive.
Former Buffalo Bill by way of Wisconsin, the University of Wisconsin. Ravens now in Miami territory. And that's McClain to the 42. They was trying to throw it to Ted Ginn.
Yeah, he is. What did we say earlier, Jim? You always have defensive players looking at you. So when you break the pocket as a quarterback, they have those free runners who come right at you. Bart Scott comes out of nowhere so fast. Chad Pennington sees it. He gets that rush of adrenaline, and it makes him overthrow Ted Ginn.
Would it? Scott flattened Pennington after the throw. Back in the hands of McClain. He'll take the pile inside the 40 for another 4 yards. Miami again. One of the reasons why they had this remarkable turnaround, they barely turned the football over. They were talking now tying the Giants for an NFL record in a 16-game season. Well, they've given up one here. Flacco now is out of the game. We see Troy Smith come into the huddle. Did the Dolphins realize this?
Oh, yes.
They sneak him in.
Of course, a better runner, but a very capable thrower, too.
On 3rd down, he's going to take off, and he's going to be stopped. Bonnie Holiday, the first to read that one and hold him to a 2-yard gain. And they'll bring back out Cook to punt.
And honestly, when he came into the game, I thought, okay, they might have a pass out of this formation, because the run, too simple, too easy for the defense to react to when the backup quarterback comes in.
Ted Ginn stands back at the 10-yard line. Not sure he'll want to make a play on this one. Cook again outstanding at pinning teams inside the 10. First one traveled about a foot too far. This one beautifully fielded by a couple of Ravens down the field, including Darren Stone. So they get the job done with a 33-yard punt. Look at Stone keeping it in the field of play.
This crossover has more cargo space than the Honda Pilot or Toyota Highlander. And they can't beat its fuel economy with an EPA estimated 24 miles per gallon highway. The Chevy Traverse, America's best crossover. Made by GM. Surprised? Now during the red tag event, buy this Traverse 1LT for around 29 grand. Hurry, this surprising value won't last long. See your local Chevy dealer.
My sister and I are proud to announce that we have decided to become 2 sport athletes. We've joined the Double Stuff Racing League.
My brother and I are proud to announce this was a great idea when we thought of it like a year ago.
My sister and I would like to announce that you guys are going down.
My brother and I would like to announce that, ooh, we're scared.
My sister and I would like to announce that you should be.
My brother and I would like to announce that it's on like Donkey Kong.
When the people vote, change happens. And this January, history will be made right before our eyes. You know I'm talking about the People's Choice Awards, don't you? It's the only award show where you're the winner because you pick your favorites in TV, movies, and music. So come party with me and your favorite stars.
Join Queen Latifah with musical performers Rascal Flatts and Carrie Underwood for the People's Choice Awards. Live Wednesday, only on CBS.
Can we pick the winners? Yes, we can.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Lipitor and by Chevy, an American Revolution.
Tonight on 60 Minutes, they call him the mad scientist of football, Coach Mike Leach. What are his tricks? You can find out tonight on 60 Minutes. Now, Devon Best made the tackle on that interception returned by Leonard and injured a finger while in on the tackle. He's been taken to the locker room. They'll bring in now Brandon London. They have only 2 receivers left. They only dressed 3 for the game. They have Ernest Wilford inactive. London shifting over to the left side. And Justin Bannon may have jumped across for Baltimore.
Fell for the hard count. Always expect that with a veteran quarterback when they're backed up or going into score.
Encroachment, defense, number 94.
Yep.
5-yard penalty. First down.
Did Pennington take a hit here? Flattened. Wow. Bart Scott.
I'd say it's a pretty good hit.
He's laying him out. Pennington got right back on his feet. And smartly on his next time on the field, draws him offside. So gets a little room out here to the 11. First and 5, and Ronnie Brown nowhere to go. As is Jim Leonard. Jim Leonard coming up, making the stick.
You know, so many things you could talk about when you talk about this Baltimore defense. We had the chance to learn a little bit last night from Rex Ryan. He says everybody on the field knows the big picture. The defensive linemen, they know what the defensive backs are supposed to do on every play. That way we don't divide the unit. It's no, well, we did our job, you didn't do yours. Everybody know each other's job and buy into the team concept.
It's a defense triggered by everyone's concern to not let the other teammates down on that unit. Second and 5, the pitch, the toss. And it's Brown trying to get to the outside. And again, it's Leonard forcing another play. As you mentioned, Leonard came in and learned things in just one day. They didn't just kind of randomly sign him off of Buffalo's roster as a free agent. He had to actually come in with like an off-the-street tryout. And Ryan, Coach Ryan, liked him out of college, out of Wisconsin.
Right, so when he saw he was free, he goes, let's try it. He comes in, immediate success. And you talked about that knowledge. You know, we say it all the time, Jim. When you have knowledge, it just makes you faster on the field. You know what to do. You don't think, you just react because you put in the time and the studying, and it's really proved out for Jim Leonard.
Big 3rd and 1 for field position purposes. Inside give, and they got it with Polite. Second time he's picked up a short yardage first.
Little misdirection, just like we've talked about so many times. Is he going to hand it off? They're going to run a little option. Spreads the defense out just enough. And that's a big first down for the Miami Dolphins.
2 runs by Polite, 2 first downs.
Time off the clock, field position. When you're backed up, especially against a good defense, your first thoughts, well, let's drive it down and score. Your first thought is, let's get some first downs and change field position.
First down snap, handoff Williams, short side of the field. And it's Leonard back in there making yet another play. There is a flag. Maybe on Fasano holding Trevor Price.
Holding, offense, number 80. Half the distance to the goal, repeat first down.
Anthony Fasano, who came over in a trade from Dallas, having a big year. Sprint halftime report is coming up shortly with JB, Dan, Shannon, and Boomer, Coach Power. Their take on the first half here.
Yeah, you know, Jim, as I watched this first half, and when they sweep with the running backs, I just thought they would have a little more success, especially after what they did last week with the trick plays and the passes out of the Wildcat or whatever you want to call it. And Baltimore still aggressive against it, even though they saw those trick plays last week.
1st and 19. Pennington. Just a short throw. Brown hit immediately by Bart Scott. Picks up 5. We'll have Jeff Fisher, by the way, joining them with an interview coming up on the Sprint halftime report. Of course, Coach Fisher and that #1 seed, the Titans, waiting to see who they'll play based on the outcome of this one.
You're a quarterback. Watch the defense. Look at everybody there. They look so close. It look like there's 13 guys over there. A lot of movement. And if you're a quarterback, as Chad Pennington told us, don't just sit there and look at what they're doing all the time. If you do that, you can't even compete against it because you're using all your energy just thinking about what you're going to do. So make your mind up.
Did he get the timeout in time?
Looked like he did.
Timeout Miami. It's their first. It's a 30-second timeout.
All right, timeout. There is no flag down. So 3:40 to go. First timeout used by the Dolphins. This is dangerous territory for them when you're going against a unit that has specialized in takeaways, best in the league this year. The shows the pros watch has a new home after 31 years inside the NFL with JB, Chris Collinsworth, Warren Sapp, and this guy, Phil Simms. Wednesday at 9 o'clock on Showtime. Check it out this week. When you look at the pass distribution so far, he has not thrown to Fasano, who had a touchdown catch last week, his 7th of the season.
Did Chad Pennington get the playoff?
The timeout call in time?
Or the play timeout? Wow, if you go by that clock, he didn't.
They go Wildcat. And it's Ronnie Brown to about the 20. No, I didn't think he made it. It was a good second.
Well, you do get about a second. Everybody, it's not exactly when that clock goes to 0. Always remember that. The official has to look at it. If it says 0, then he looks down. If the ball's not snapped, they throw the flag. So there is a little bit delay.
Still facing a third and a long situation. 3rd and 8.
I think the fact that they only have 2 receivers, Jim, has really limited some of the play selection by the Miami Dolphins.
Again, Bess in the locker room. They're addressing a finger injury for the rookie receiver. Big blitz. Pennington. Long ball, and again was tripped or lost his footing, and it's Reed. Who else? Ed Reed. Specializing in run backs. He's got an open side of the field. Only Pennington in front of him. But here comes the block on the quarterback. Ed Reed takes it in for the touchdown.
What a play by the Baltimore defense. Undermanned offense. They send everybody to the quarterback's right. They block it up pretty well. But they're double the receiver down the field. And Ed Reed, what did we say in the opening? The best center fielder in football. Can find it. Look at the blitz on the right side. What a job by Ed Reed. Samari Rowe right there too. Both looking for the football.
Once he got away from Cobbs, it was over.
Hey, these guys, they love to play the game on defense.
Boy, Nada threw a block, then Suggs threw the one on the quarterback on Pennington.
They've done it before. They know when the interception happens, look for a guy to block, and Ed Reed terrific after the catch.
Ed Reed has had now, this is his 3rd playoff game, now with 4 picks. You could feel it coming. Miami was on borrowed time back there inside the 20.
Well, Jim, you always think, here comes the blitz. Chad Pennington knew it. A double move. He's expecting separation and freedom down the field. That was an incidental trip by Samari Rowe. He does get hit, but it's after the pass. You're the quarterback. Of course, you want to be the last line of defense. Protect yourself. Look at that convoy coming your way. You do the right thing. You go down low, trying to get in the way, hoping they stumble over you.
Ed Reed, who has over 1,000 yards in his career in return yardage. And here's what he's done before. Against Cleveland, running one back. Against Philadelphia, 107 yards in the return. Then a fumble run back against Washington. 11 career regular season touchdowns, and this is his first postseason touchdown.
Remember what they said to us last night. He hurt his hamstring early in their meeting this year. So his hamstring is hurt. So he says, the heck with that. He goes up near the line of scrimmage and sends Jim Leonard back. They just do it. They don't ask the coaches. That's how this defense works. And he kind of survived. But they gave up big passing plays because of some of the movement on their defense. Well, today, they got him back there deep, and it proved to be very bad.
So 10-3, first touchdown of the game, scored by the Ravens defense, and this will not be returned.
What did you think about that when he said, yeah, I just moved up to the near line of scrimmage, and then you realize they didn't ask the coaches, and it's hard to believe, isn't it, when you listen to it?
Well, that it's an example, though, of what Rex Reed was telling us about, how everyone on that defense knows what the other guy is supposed to be doing. The DBs know what the defensive line is supposed to do, technique-wise. We got figures. It's like a hamstring as he's down on the field near the goal line.
And I'll say this, Jim, when they blitz, like that last blitz we saw, they determine who's going to blitz as they break the huddle. So it could be 4 guys that are going to come, and they wait till the last second to decide which 4 it's going to be.
Ed Reed, the only player in the history of the league to score a touchdown off a punt return, a block punt, an interception return, and a fumble return. Only player ever. If you thought the fantasy football season was over, it is not. And you can sign up for the NFL.com Playoff Challenge. How about this? You could win a trip to Super Bowl 44 only at NFL.com/fantasy. You win a trip to next year's Super Bowl, Super Bowl 44, which will be played right here at Dolphin Stadium on CBS. So the Dolphins with only 13 giveaways on the entire season, and now they've turned it over twice in this quarter.
Twice. Some of the things they have counted on during the year to move the football with has not worked so far today. And down one receiver, of course, handicaps them even more.
Pennington with more pressure. Suggs is on him. Pennington able to cradle the football and hold on to it. Marcus Douglas also came in for a little of that action. A loss of 12.
Coverage down the field. A lot of defenders there. Everywhere you look, you see double coverage. Terrell Suggs, in case you're wondering, his nickname is T-Sizzle. Well, you look at the coverage down the field. Nowhere to really go. And a quarterback that's feeling a little uneasy about pass protection and the decisions he's making.
So 2-minute warning coming up. The Ravens now with 2 timeouts have designs on getting the football back here and doing something with it before the intermission.
Talk about a wake-up call. I had a heart attack at 57. My doctor told me I should have been doing more for my high cholesterol. What was I thinking? But now I trust my heart to Lipitor.
When diet and exercise are not enough, adding Lipitor may help. Unlike some other cholesterol-lowering medications, Lipitor is FDA approved to reduce the risk of heart attack, stroke, and certain kinds of heart surgeries if you have several common risk factors or heart disease. Lipitor has been extensively studied with over 16 years of research. Lipitor is not for everyone, including people with liver problems and women who are nursing, pregnant, or may become pregnant. You need simple blood tests to check for liver problems. Tell your doctor if you are taking other medications or if you have any muscle pain or weakness. This may be a sign of a rare but serious side effect.
I learned the hard way, but you may be able to do something.
Have a heart-to-heart with your doctor about your risk and about Lipitor.
It's no surprise that people are trying to be smarter with their money these days. I'm Dan Hesse, CEO of Sprint, and we have a plan for you. What if you could tap into all the amazing things these devices can do for one flat monthly rate? This could be the only phone you'll ever need. Pretty cool, huh?
Find out how you can save at least $480 a year, plus access data on America's largest, most dependable 3G network.
We can build a smarter planet.
Smarter towns.
Smarter cities.
Smarter government. Smarter retail.
Smarter shipping.
Smarter airports.
Smarter food supplies.
Smarter grocery stores.
Trains.
Cars.
Smarter streets.
Smarter classrooms.
We need smarter people.
Really smart.
Smarter hospitals.
Smarter energy grid.
Connect them all together, and what do you got?
Happier people.
That's what I'm working on.
That's what I'm working on.
I'm an IBMer.
I'm an IBMer.
I'm an IBMer.
Let's build.
Let's build a smarter planet.
Patrick James' New Year's resolution?
You get me out of here, and I will give you Red John.
Find his family's killer.
If you pursue this any further, I'm going to have to throw you out of the CBI. I quit.
Oh my God. He's been spying on us.
You think you're playing him, he thinks he's playing you. One of you is wrong.
A New Mentalist, CBS Tuesday.
Jim Nance and Phil Simms back here in Miami. It's all started to go wrong for the Dolphins here in this quarter with Pennington picked twice in the danger zone again here, Phil.
Yeah, it is. What you'd want to do if you're the Miami Dolphins is just really get to halftime. If somehow don't make another big mistake, make the Baltimore Ravens drive down the field to get points.
Pennington from the goal line throwing it underneath, and Cobbs tripped up by Ray Lewis. And the Ravens again with 2 timeouts. Take a quick one here. 1:53 to play. Tuesday night on CBS. See why critics are crazy about The Mentalist and our, quote, under Simon Baker's spell. You don't want to miss a new episode. It's Tuesday on America's most watched network. So, listen, a guy like Chad Pennington has been around a long time. Well, you know, a little shell shock right now after a couple of picks. You know, you got to be with 3rd and 17. What do you think?
Well, again, extremely careful, Jim. That's the first thing and only thing you think about as a quarterback in a situation like this. You go, well, if they didn't have those turnovers. Well, the Baltimore Ravens created those turnovers with pressure, with talent, and with a good scheme.
Look, they have only 2 down linemen, the Ravens. But they're blitzing. And that's just thrown away as the heat was coming. They did have Devon Best back on the field, the receiver for the Dolphins, for that snap. Ray Lewis putting on the pressure.
It's the movement on the defense and it's timing. That is always the key to blitzing. And Ray Lewis and the defense, they sneak up to the line of scrimmage just as Chad Pennington is snapping the football or calling that last word, and it catches the offense off guard.
Fields to punt to Leonard. All-time punt returner at the University of Wisconsin. And that is well covered down the field by Patrick Cobbs and others. A beautiful 56-yard punt by Brandon Fields. And that Ravens defense continues to be the story as it has so often been.
Well, there's a reason why they lead the NFL in turnovers, are getting those turnovers. And they can pressure the quarterback. It's the athletic ability, the pressure they can put on you, and then you put a unique scheme, and their scheme on defense is unique. You don't see it from many teams in the NFL, so when you face it, it's just hard to get used to.
Check out the poise now, the rookie quarterback with 1:37 to go in the half. Could not ask for better protection. Gets it to McGahee at midfield.
Well, they had it down the field. Mark Clayton was open, and it was a big play. But, you know, sometimes you sense you don't want to wait too long, so Joe Flacco did the right thing, move with it, throw it short.
Before the pass was thrown and before the quarterback left the pocket, illegal contact, defense number 25. That penalty is declined. The play results, 2nd down.
This Miami defense, Jim, they have played very well here in the first half.
Now they declined the penalty, but the penalty does benefit them in that it stopped the clock for a brief while. Now it's reset and been reset at 1:25. Flacco keeps. Roth has a hold of him, but the rookie able to run it for the first.
Now you look at this from the Miami Dolphins side. It's been very dominant by the Baltimore Ravens here in this second quarter. But if you stop them here, you go in at halftime 10-3, you got to feel like, hey, we almost won. Could have been much, much worse.
New set of downs at the Dolphins 48. Airs it down the field. Mason is there. A little high wire act on the sideline. He pulls it in. Give him the catch at the 17.
Nobody else in the NFL can design a play or execute it like the Baltimore Ravens did on that one. That was a 40-yard throw, and he threw it to the back shoulder because the coverage was in front of Derek Mason. So Joe Flacco threw it behind him, made him stop. And was he in bounds? Did he get both feet down?
Well, they're going to review it. The booth review inside 2 minutes.
That it was a complete pass.
So Ed Hockley gets the signal, and they will not allow that one to go into the books with the snap. Mason feels pretty sure about it.
My first thought was he didn't get both feet down. And I was wrong.
Well, he is so good. Overlooked, it seems, every year. Both feet in here, I see it.
Yes.
Okay.
It was dragging the ground. You definitely could see it. He caught it cleanly. He has it. Right foot's on the ground, left foot's on the ground.
You know, when they came out with the Pro Bowl announcement, there's another look at it here, Mason. John Harbaugh decided to read the list to his team as the team was gathered. And he said he really felt badly about when Derek Mason's name came up as a third alternate at receiver for the AFC Pro Bowl. He felt very badly for Mason, felt he deserved it with his 80-catch season, put him over 10,000 yards on his career. He said Mason came up to him afterwards and was ecstatic. You know, he's not one of these guys that concerns himself with individual accolades and those kinds of things. He had been a Pro Bowler as a special teamer with the Titans, but never as a wide receiver. And he says, you know, you don't get it, Coach. It's the first time I've even been an alternate as a receiver.
You mean somebody voted for me?
Yes, he loved it.
Yeah, it was good. It was very good.
80-catch year, but even more impressive about that was that he was really injured all year, playing through pain all season, shoulder injury.
Jim, let's take one more look at this. This is a big play in this game. Catch, right foot is on the ground. It looks like it is to me. Left foot hits again.
There's not indisputable evidence there to overturn it, I don't believe. If it stands, it's a 31-yard play. Tony Sperano, who last week they had to go win that game up at New York against the Jets to win the division. Went from 15 games out of the division to division titleists.
The receiver caught the ball, touched both feet in bounds before he went out of bounds. Therefore, the ruling in the field stands as called. The pass is complete. It's a first down.
You know, Jim, let's just go back and look at it one more time. The coverage down the field, little fake, trying to go deep. You see the defender who's down there waiting for Derek Mason to keep coming up the sideline so he can make the play. Joe Flacco sees it, and like I said, he threw a strike, made Derek Mason turn around and catch it, and they get a big play.
That defender was Will Allen, the former Giant. Ravens have scored in the last minute of the first half 3 consecutive games and appear on their way to a 4th. Gahey to the 13. Now again, they still have 1 timeout. And now they use it. And coming up, Sprint halftime report, James Brown. Take us through it with Dan and Shannon, Boomer, Coach Coward. First half highlights of this playoff game. And they're going to speak live to Jeff Fisher, head coach of the AFC's #1 seed, the Tennessee Titans. It's all coming up on the Sprint halftime report. If the Ravens win this game, they would be playing at Tennessee next week and send San Diego to Pittsburgh.
Right.
A Miami win would mean the Dolphins would go to Pittsburgh and San Diego would travel to Nashville.
They might not get this playoff.
6 seconds to go on the play clock. Flacco gets him to the line quickly and begs for the snap. No flag. A one-hopper, incomplete. What happened there?
Well, he was in the huddle. Joe Flacco was in the huddle, calling the play, got confused, came out of the huddle, and then when he finally straightened it out, not time to come out and set the offense, and definitely not ready to pick up the blitz by the Miami Dolphins.
Miami crowd imploring their defense to hang tough. Blitz. Flacco got it away in time and incomplete. Over the head of Mason. Nathan Jones was the one on the corner blitz.
They got the answers on the defensive side. The Miami Dolphins do. They are sending more people than the Baltimore Ravens can pick up. Not time for Flacco to look down the field and make throws.
So Matt Stover comes back out. Matt Stover, who entered the National Football League in 1990 as a teammate Phil Simms and the New York Giants. Actually was on IR that year with the Giants. What a career he's had. Top 5 in virtually every career category. From 31, Stover sneaks it through that left side with a 10-point lead.
Well, it wasn't down the middle, Jim, but it doesn't matter. It's 3 points, and it's a big 3 points in a game like this, where the Baltimore Ravens defense has become dominant.
Baltimore now with 13 unanswered points. Miami scored first after a McLean fumble. A drive stalled at the 1. They decided to bypass 4th and goal from the 1 and kick the field goal. Pennington picked by Leonard. Then the Reed pick and run back, as well as a couple of Stover field goals. 10 points in the last 2 minutes and 14 seconds, and a 10-point lead.
Well, the Baltimore Ravens, Jim, they think, their way of thinking about this football team, we're bigger, tougher, more physical, and we got a lot of spirit. That's what they think of themselves. And they know those qualities in a football team, that makes them a tremendous road football team. And they've shown it here today, and they've shown it all year.
They want to make it clear now that they don't believe that they're a Cinderella story. They expect it to be here. That's how they feel, if you ask them to a man. And we did last night.
Well, they've done it many times this year. They've always believed.
And he is able to force yet another touchback.
And I'll tell you, too, of course, this game is not over. I'm not saying that. But nobody on the team, especially the defensive side, they didn't think for a second, because they had a rookie quarterback, that it wasn't going to work. They believed in Flacco right from the start. They saw the talent. And their words are always that they did this. Ben Roethlisberger did it. You can do it. You can have great success even as a rookie quarterback. That was all the veterans' messages to Joe Flacco. It's proven out.
Yeah, Miami's going to just, you have to figure, snap this one. Don't look for anything fancy. Or just for a little reinforcement about the dominance in this quarter. In on the hit right away was Douglas to close out the half. 13-3 is the score through 2 quarters. Miami has now gone 10 postseason quarters without a touchdown. 13-3 Baltimore. We're back with the Sprint half. Miami will receive the second half kickoff. They had won the toss and elected to take the football in the 3rd quarter. Reminder, this game is brought to you in high definition here on CBS. Well, it's a gigantic task to try to come back on the Baltimore Ravens defense when it's playing like this. Surrendering only 95 total yards in that first half, but it is only 10 points. So let's see what Miami can do. Most of their offense really came on that first series of the game. 13-3. Jen Nance and Phil Simms back here in Miami. Welcome back. And what do you think the game plan is for Coach Sperano and the Dolphins here in the third quarter?
Of course, Jim, you just stay with your game plan on the offensive side and do what you worked on all week long, and you just hope to start making some plays. But you got to expect the Miami Dolphins, your defense has got to step up, and when the opportunities are there, you got to make the plays. The Ravens have, the Dolphins haven't.
Now here's your first half numbers. Miami unable to rush the football. 30 yards total, that's it. The 2 second quarter turnovers, the 2 picks. Oh, what a vicious hit on Ronnie Brown, who gets right back up, give him a yard.
Kind of tells the story of the first half. Just shedding blockers. That was Nata that time.
Nata just shoved aside his blocker. He comes over.
You know, tremendous athlete. That's what he is. Even with that size, can run, can actually drop back in coverage and look like he knows what he's doing at 300 pounds or 300 plus.
11 carries, 18 yards for Ronnie Brown today. Manages 2 this time. Jim Leonard comes up from his safety spot. Now the Wildcat formation has been snuffed out the 2 times they've run it.
Yeah, that tells you something there. They're not even confident getting in this formation, thinking they can make some plays. And there was a little apprehension last night with the Ravens going, well, you know, they could catch us with a trick play. We hope not. You know, the Ravens take great pride in the fact that they do their job, stay in their places, and don't overreact to formations and movement.
Dolphins spread it out on 3rd and long. Pennington's throw in double coverage is intercepted for the 3rd time today. It's Fabian Washington this time. Ted Ginn coming over, brings him down at the 39. 3 picks of Chad Pennington in less than a quarter of action.
Well, nobody's open, and once again, you think you got a receiver that's singled up, and most of all, have you seen a defense? Well, Chad Pennington takes a big hit. When the football is in the air, they make the catch. It's Fabian Washington on the outside. He knows he has inside help, so he never gives away the outside edge, Jim. That's why it was an easy interception for him.
So the Ravens offense gets started here for the second half at the 39 of Miami. McClain pushed back by Kendall Langford. To think that Chad Pennington on the season threw almost 500 passes. Picked 7 times. That's it. He had the lowest interception percentage in Miami Dolphin history, and now he's thrown 3 in his last 7 passes.
Pressure, confusion, and it's not like they're taking it away. That's the way I look at it. You know, you say, well, don't have a turnover. Well, then fall on the ball every down, then you won't have a turnover. You got to play. You got to take chances, and the Ravens defense is just better right now.
2nd and 7. Crowder coming after Flacco, who was able to sidestep the hit and throw on the run. Incomplete.
Well, the Dolphins worked hard on this week. We talked about it earlier. Joe Flacco gets out of the pocket, and he's not looking for a 5-yard completion. He's looking for the big one. Looking down the field, trying to get the touchdown or the 40-yard gain. Watch his eye line. Look where he's deep. Nobody open. Finally comes to the short receiver.
Throws it in the area. Derek Mason. Flacco has not been sacked in this game. Snap from the 36 of the Dolphins. 3rd down. Incomplete. Well covered by Andre Goodman. Pass thrown at Mark Clayton.
Dolphins know. You're gonna let him get away with it. Hey, their defense, it's not only got to come out and play well, it's got to play really well. Might have to help the offense out and get some points. The blitz, Andre Goodman knows it's got to be a pretty quick pass. We got everybody going at the quarterback, and it was.
Bess, who was out for a while in the second quarter, he's back in there. Cook, who had that one punt beautifully down by Darren Stone. The Ravens are down there again. Look at it, just surrounded by 4 or 5 Ravens. Inside the 1. Nakamura, the one who finally doubted the Cook punt.
You want to dance? What you got?
Want to get away? Now you can. With Southwest Airlines Internet Specials, you can fly to destinations nationwide for just $49 to $99. Purchased by January 19th. Low fares, no hidden fees.
You put your foot down and it just goes. It's kind of saying, "Rrr." The Hemi did it. I love it. It's awesome. Yeah! That Hemi hits hard. Bam! Boom! Truck just kicked into gear. I completely forgot I was pulling a trailer. Handles amazing. It was a smooth ride. Fantastic. That's how we roll.
Love multigrain.
Has more of a flavor than normal pizza.
All about the multigrain.
Discover the new Natural from Pizza Hut. A light multigrain crust, natural pepperoni, and all natural sauce. The Natural, now just $9.99. Choose real taste. Pizza Hut. Now you're eating.
You can buff up, clean up, but you can't cover up that bald spot. Instead of hiding it, solve it with Men's Rogaine Foam. In clinical testing, 85% of men regrew hair. Men's Rogaine Foam. Use it or lose it.
If your auto policy could talk, what would it tell you?
I'm stinky auto coverage. Boy, do I stink. I hardly give you any protection. No emergency road service. Even my fine print stinks. We're in this together. You and the stink man. Buddies for life, right?
Don't settle for stinky coverage. Get your auto policy through 21st Century Insurance. We cross-check 21 unique personal factors, helping you get coverage and savings that are just right for you. 21st Century Insurance. Just right, just for you.
Serena Williams.
Hi. Tears.
And Craig Ferguson. Front, back, butt, derriere, front, rear. Hello. New $1 Million Password. CBS Tonight.
This telecast is copyrighted by the NFL for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this telecast or of any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without the NFL's consent is prohibited.
You look at a Sam Cook who sets up that Ravens defense again. Last time he pinned them at the 6 that set up the read, pick, and run back. Now he is able to down it inside the 2. Hunter's making a big difference in the postseason. But what we saw with Cyphers last night is the run by Polite. Beautiful piece of running out to about the 12.
Yeah, we've seen this play quite a few times. First time where the offense went from the left to the right. And it really is, Jim. It's almost like the triple option. The quarterback gives it, can pull it, run it, pitch it. I don't advise the running it with the quarterback, but you want to give it or pitch it, that would be pretty good.
It's the longest run of the day by Miami, and it comes from the seldom used fullback who only carried it 23 times on the season. Picked up 11. Ricky Williams is going to throw it. Hopes to. Tucks it under and gains a yard. Came close to stepping out of bounds. Picks up a yard instead. Well, starting in the second quarter, Leonard with an interception. Reed got one of his own. Took it all the way back 57 yards, and now Washington. Bennington will love to have a little bit of time to throw. And that's a good catch by Brandon London. He was battling Samari Roll for that ball. Brandon London, first-year player out of the University of Massachusetts, was waived by the Giants at the end of camp. And I tell you, that could have been dangerous. But London makes a good play on it. His father, Mike London, just coached Richmond to a national championship a couple of weeks back, Division I AA. More pressure. Price gets the sack. Trevor Price, who was in his face on the throw that was picked off by Fabian Washington.
Yeah, he beats Vernon Carey, and they just get such separation with the lineman. One lineman is deep. The guard is very close to the line of scrimmage, and that gives Trevor Price what a lane to come underneath and sack the quarterback with.
The last 5 weeks of the season, that offensive line had surrendered only 3 sacks. They've given up now 2 today. 2nd and 16. He's going back to London that time. Only 2 completions to wide receivers in this game. One to Bess and that one a moment ago to London. Again, the AFC playoff brackets look like this. If Baltimore wins this game, the Ravens would travel to Tennessee next Saturday. That would send San Diego to Pittsburgh. That's if the Ravens win here. And on the NFC side, with Philadelphia and Minnesota coming up later today, well, as you can see, Philadelphia win. We put the Eagles at the Giants and shift Arizona to Carolina.
Let me say this, Jim. Do not take a chance if you're Chad Pennington.
They don't. They run it with Cobb. And the ball's out. Recovered by Suggs. My goodness. They try not to put it in the air, but the ball hits the ground anyway.
Look like Marcus Douglas is the one that's over there. Samari roll. And it's just, they do the sweep, a nice safe play. Douglas hits him. Boy, just a lot of guys to the football.
Douglas, McClain, Roll.
I've said it many times, because of what they do, and they confuse you. Hard to make big plays because they can all run to wherever it is.
It's McClain. Allowing ahead for 3 more.
You know, I was going to say, don't take a chance. Don't turn it over. It's only 10 points, a long way to go. Keep the pressure on Baltimore, too. Make their offense play some, where they have to throw it, where maybe you can blitz the quarterback, and you can get a turnover.
And they've turned it over now, Miami, 4 times in this one, after 13 turnovers the entire 16-game regular season schedule. Had only 1 multiple turnover game all season. That was at Kansas City, week 16, where they turned it over twice. Today just been a disaster for them in that department as Crowder rides down the ball carrier along with Langford. Again, it was McClain with the run. Actually, yes, McClain.
You know, I tell you, you look at it and you go, wow, Baltimore, take a chance in this game. No, I think you play it conservative and you call the plays where you don't make the quarterback think too much. And most of all, I'm sure he's already gotten some instructions. Be careful. Be very smart.
Miami defense trying to keep the Dolphins in the game. 3rd and 5. Flacco looking for Clayton. And they give him the first by a yard.
But if you notice as you watch this Baltimore Ravens offense, what they do a lot of, for a young quarterback, they throw it down the field so the defense separates, so he has a better chance to see what he can do, and it really makes, I think, easier throws. And then when they need short yardage pickups, they throw it outside so Flacco can see more space, more room, easier to make a decision.
1st and goal. McClain. And he's in for the touchdown. LaRon McClain stayed low, kept driving the feet. Tumbles the final yard for the 8-yard score.
Just what you want. Run the football a few times. A no chance 3rd down pass to pick up the 1st down and then power the football into the end zone. Now you've got the Miami Dolphins in a whole different mode.
How about just in a hole?
Well, they got him in a hole, too.
Stover to make it 20-3, which was precisely the final score back when they met in January of 2002 in a wild card game won by the Ravens. Baltimore's offense finds the end zone for the first time, and the Ravens are on a roll.
Oh, it's got like toolboxes.
It's a Ram box.
That's pretty freaking cool. You know, you need that space. Put some fishing poles in there, shovels and hammers and stuff.
Go, 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 go!
I can't believe they let us do that.
Disciplined investing. It isn't about star fund managers. At T. Rowe Price, it's about experienced investment teams that stay the course. For a 10-year period, over 70% of our mutual funds beat their Lipper average. Low-cost mutual funds from T. Rowe Price. Invest with confidence. Request a complete prospectus or profile with investment objectives, risks, fees, expenses, and other information to read and consider carefully before investing.
Looks like a snake bite.
I am achy.
Are you sniffling, sneezing, coughing, aching, fever? Is it hoof and mouth? I know what he's got. He's got the morning drive.
Oh, fascinating. It's the common cold.
Geniuses.
The common cold.
I'll give him Vicks NyQuil. Hey, you good for the morning?
Definitely.
Vicks NyQuil, multi-symptom relief to help you get the sleep you need so you can wake up feeling Vicks, you're taken care of.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Southwest Airlines. Low fares, no hidden fees. Verizon Wireless. And by Frost Brewed Coors Light. When the mountains turn blue, your beer is as cold as the Rockies.
Well, after the fumble by Cobbs, recovered by Suggs, the Ravens 4 plays to cover the 19 yards and McLean touchdown. And there is Cobbs. This Baltimore team, I think all season long, Phil, has had, there's kind of this stigma, if you will, that, they're all right. They got a rookie quarterback, rookie head coach. Of course, we know Atlanta did that with Coach Smith and Matt Ryan. They had that quarterback coach rookie combo, but people kept saying, but they're not going to finish strong. They're not going to be there at the end.
They'll fall apart.
Cobbs makes a move. They lost his footing at the 29. Looked like it could have been a whole lot more, but it's getting frustrating around here. Just look at Bill Parcells.
You click web, and let's be honest, you're not sure what to expect. But this browser sure looks like, well, a browser. And everything seems so fast. Okay, but what are the chances it'll work like this where you want it to? Gotta like those odds.
Only Verizon Wireless, America's largest 3G network, has the world's first touchscreen BlackBerry. Verizon Wireless.
You put your foot down and it just goes. It's kind of saying, "Rrr." The Hemi did it.
I love it.
It's awesome. Yeah! That Hemi hits hard. Bam! Boom! Truck just kicked into gear. I completely forgot I was pulling a trailer. Handles amazing. It was a smooth ride. Fantastic. Go. That's how we roll.
Coach Billy, you know those cold Coors Lights you and your buddies were saving for after the game?
Yeah.
Mike Ditka just took one of them.
What's he doing?
Coach Ditka, put Coach Billick's beer down and put your headset on.
Get your headset on and listen to him, Michael.
Here you go, ladies. Coach, now Mike Ditka's giving your Coors Light away.
Mike!
Chill out, Brian.
Frost Brewed Coors Light, official beer sponsor of Super Bowl 43.
Coach, Mike Ditka's still reaching for your cold Coors Light.
Get it up!
Patrick James' New Year's resolution? Find his family's killer.
You think you're playing him, he thinks he's playing you. One of you is wrong.
A new Mentalist, CBS Tuesday.
And we're back here in Miami. Flacco has had the time to throw. 127 yards passing. Pennington's had Ravens in his face throughout. And it's resulted in turnovers, and they whistle this one dead.
False start, offense, number 18. 5-yard penalty. It's first down.
Okay, college basketball coming up after this one. Kentucky and Louisville. Wildcats and Cardinals, like the Hatfields and McCoys on the hardwood. You would know it as a Kentuckian. Right here on the home of the NCAA Men's Basketball Championship on CBS. Well, you got a little take on that game, Phil?
I grew up in Louisville.
Okay.
I think that says it all.
Okay. First and 15. Suggs trying to pinch the corner. Underneath it, got Ronnie Brown with room. Washington trying to slow him down. And Brown takes him with him for an additional 5 yards.
Well, what you have seen so far today for this Miami offense, the Ravens, they got beat down the field the first time they played, so they're giving up the short throws, especially when those short throws go towards the sideline. And that time, Ronnie Brown just got some extra yards with it.
He picked up 23 in all. Takes it to the Baltimore side of the 50, picks up 4 yards. Now that first meeting back in October, again won by the Ravens on this field, 27-13. Miami did have the most yards and most passing yards by any Baltimore opponent on the season.
Well, Jim, we heard it. They were upset by it. A few problems with their defense, but boy, they fixed that today. The big one, they got the center fielder, Ed Reed, back there.
Pennington again, able to get that away somehow to Ted Ginn. Boy, he had no chance, it appeared, because Trevor Price was about to rip that football out of his arm.
Yeah, obvious. When you're down this much to the Baltimore Ravens, they're not paying attention to the run like they were before, and they are coming after Chad Pennington.
And 3 straight completions. This is the first time they've been across midfield since that field goal drive on their first possession. Again, and 4 straight hookups now for Pennington. First 2 to Brown, next 2 to Ginn. And they're going no huddle.
That's a good job of being patient. They're taking away the deep routes, so totally free.
Pennington telling us his whole goal is just to try to somehow get this game to the 4th quarter, put a little pressure on them. He wanted it to be tight getting to the 4th. To Ginn, 3 straight grabs by Ginn. Roll brings him down. First down, Miami.
Yeah, it was interesting when you talk about Chad Pennington as we watch this short completion. He said get him to the 4th quarter. They haven't reacted well to the pressure. When the game is on the line, their defense has given up a few marches down the field to end up losing. So they're going to make a lot of good plays between now and the end of the game to get this Ravens defense in that type of situation.
Chad finally given a chance to gain a little rhythm and timing, hitting on 5 straight pass plays. First down, Ravens 27. Going to stay up top. Wanted to go long, goes underneath to Brown. Tremendous second and third effort by Ronnie Brown. And it gains 6. Ball is out at the end.
Hey! Come on out here. Come on out here.
Actually, Brown never let go of it. I think the Ravens didn't like it that Brown just kept on going. He said he just was not going to be denied. Sperano taps him on the head. So that's the kind of effort that needs to lead this team back into this game. So look.
That's Terrell Suggs.
Jake Long didn't like what he saw. So the rookie came over and shoved him. No flag on anyone. 2nd and 4. Ricky Williams replaces Ronnie Brown. Pennington, sideline route, and he has again 7 straight completions as they drive it down the field, better than they have all day.
Well, there's pressure by the Baltimore defense to Chad Pennington's right, does a good job staying underneath it, and throws it to the sideline. Quarterbacks know if there's a blitz, it's going to be single coverage to the outside most of the time, and that time it was. Pennington made a good throw. Stay on the field if you're the Miami offense. Of course, the good thing is you get confidence, but you tire out the defense, making them stay out there for so many plays in a row.
Again, had no catches before this drive. Now he has 4. That's David Martin. He was trying to hurdle over Jim Leonard and Devon Bess, who got tangled, and will lose a couple.
Yeah, the screens, the Wildcat, some of the things we've seen the Miami Dolphins do the whole year long that have been successful, that have worked so well and taken the pressure off the offensive linemen and helped the offense make some plays when they just can't beat people man-to-man sometimes, has just not been there today.
Tony Sperano, who told his team before that Jets game last week, why not us? Why not us? That was his message. Now looking for something to rally his Dolphins as Pennington is picked again by Reed. And comes in to help make the tackle. So 8 straight completions. And then Ed Reed steps up and makes yet another huge play. A 4th interception of the day by the Ravens.
Oh, it's got like toolboxes. Ah! It's a Ram box. That's pretty freaking cool. You know, you need that space. Put some fishing poles in there, shovels and hammers and stuff.
Go, 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 go! I can't believe they let us do that.
How can a dinner this informal be this romantic? And how can a beer this full-flavored be just 99 calories? Budweiser Select, the exception to the rule.
Ditch the bag. Get the box. The KFC Fully Loaded box. Packed with 2 new original recipe strips, a new original recipe snacker, drumstick or thigh, 2 sides, biscuit, large drink. That's a lot of food.
Get more HD for less money with Turbo HD by Dish Network. That's 100% HD for only $24.99 a month. Call now and get a free HD DVR receiver upgrade. HBO and Stars free for 3 months. And $50 instant credit. Only with Turbo HD by Dish Network.
You're watching the NFL on CBS. The NFL on CBS is sponsored by KFC. It's a flavor blitz. KFC's honey barbecue wings have 3 layers of flavor. And by the all-new Dodge Ram. Never back down from a challenge.
Back here, 3rd quarter, Dolphins Stadium, and aerial coverage provided by DirecTV. Inside 2 minutes to go in this quarter, and it's McClain just getting back to the line of scrimmage. How did Ed Reed make this play?
Well, I don't know. Here is Ed Reed, Jim, and it looks like he's going to stay in that side of the field, but he reads the quarterback, comes all the way across. What a job watching Chad Pennington.
He got up limping, though, Phil.
Look at his left leg gets caught under him as he's tackled by Chad Pennington.
And Samson Satella.
Satella, yes, the center's in on that tackle, too.
2nd down 10 for the Ravens. That's McClain. Gaining 5. Crowder brings him down.
Well, Jim, let's look at Ed Reed one more time here on that interception. Look at the angle he took the whole time. He saw the receivers from his right. They were all coming towards him, and then he just looked at Chad Pennington and made the decision to go for the short throw. He saw it, made the interception. Another terrific play by Ed Reed.
And now with 5 picks in 3 career postseason games. Third and 5. It's McGahee, stopped short of the first. And will probably close out the third quarter.
Yeah, the question is, can the Miami Dolphins football team get the Ravens offense in any type of situation where they throw another pass?
Well, they could let this go. And they're going to go ahead and take the advantage of a little bit of a jet stream in this direction. Cook doesn't quite catch this one. It's best at the 20. And walloped a couple of times at the 26, putting Nick Bryson on the head. Just became a dad last night for the first time. We're through 3. You're watching the NFL on CBS.
I want to know what a 13-year-old girl is doing with a 40-year-old man.
All we want is to bring Daphne home before she gets hurt.
We have to find her.
Don't miss Craig Ferguson and Serena Williams on a new $1 Million Password, CBS tonight.
This has gone too far, Lair. Jack says we have a new fare structure that puts the passenger in the driver's seat.
Yeah.
How stupid is that?
Grizz.
I will not let a passenger drive the plane.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Grizzball.
Has anybody consulted the pilots?
Yeah.
Our legal department, the FAA? How about the
You put him up to this, right?
Yeah. My CPA!
Introducing Frontier Airfares, the fare structure that puts you in the driver's seat. Choose from Economy, Classic, or Classic Plus. It's the fair way to fly from a whole different animal.
Experts agree. It's a buyer's market. In fact, new car prices haven't been this low since 2001. That's why smart shoppers know that now is the time to buy at your Colorado Chevy dealer. For example, get $8,000 cash on top of your red tag price to save you almost $10,000 on new Silverado. That's $8,000 to keep or to cover your trade gap. Plus, we've got financing that fits to get you the best rate. And you get our 5-year, 100,000-mile warranty. Buy now while Chevy prices are at historic lows. See your Colorado Chevy dealers today.
Sarah?
Here, Dad. Hi, Mom.
Zach? Hey, Dad. Big announcement. Looking over the bills, your mother and I decided to cancel cable, internet, and wireless.
What? Canceling what? But...
And bundle with Quest instead. Right, Julie?
Who's Julie?
Exactly, Mr. Davis.
Get in the loop with Quest and get more, save more when you bundle new fiber optic fast internet, DirecTV service, and now Verizon Wireless.
What are you waiting for?
Call, click, or come in to get in the loop with Quest.
CBS 4 News. Get the whole story.
Fourth quarter about to begin here in Miami. And the story, takeaways, not turnovers. As the Ravens have 5 times taken the ball away from Miami. 4 picks and a fumble recovery. And they lead it 20-3, trying to close this one out and earn a trip to Tennessee next week to take on the #1 seed in the AFC, the Titans.
A defense that takes away the plays that an offense is used to doing. You make them go into uncharted territory, and that's part of the reason the turnovers.
Pennington's pass defended. There's going to be a flag on Nakamura. Haruki Nakamura, a rookie from Cincinnati, trying to deny Patrick Cobbs may have ridden his back.
Pass interference defense, number 43, played through the back. The ball is placed at the spot of the foul. First down.
John Harbaugh a little upset at his rookie defensive back. Of course, John was a defensive back in college when he played ball at Miami University in Ohio. Known as the cradle of coaches in his school. Little did they know when he came out of there that he would be such an upstart coach one day, as of course the bloodlines are there in the Harbaugh family. His father won a national championship at Western Kentucky. So much success every step of the way.
Of course, his brother's the Jim Harbaugh, head coach. Stanford, yes.
His brother-in-law, head basketball coach, Indiana University, Tom Crean, who sat in on one of our meetings this year when we had a Baltimore game and asked if we wouldn't mind just kind of stay able to sit back and take some notes and learn a little bit from the experience. That Miami of Ohio, producing names like Lee Eubank, Bo Schembechler, Ara Parsegan, Paul Brown. Those coaches. John Harbaugh. Yes. Took his eye off of it. He's one to make the move on Corey Ivy. This is starting to look a little familiar. Look at that score, 20-3. And they met back in January 02, the 2001 season wild card game. Baltimore won it 20-3. Turnover story, very similar. That was the last Baltimore playoff victory. They've been in the postseason. They lost to Pittsburgh the next week, lost to Indianapolis a couple of years ago. But this is the first time Miami's been back in the postseason since that 20-3 defeat. 3rd and 10. Bodies tangled, flag down. Is it on Washington or Ginn?
Pass interference defense number 31. The ball is placed at the spot of the foul. First down.
Well, it's an all-out blitz again by the Baltimore Ravens. And Fabian Washington, why he reached out and grabbed, he thought Ted Ginn was going deep. He was fooled. He wasn't going to give up the touchdown.
Over to Bess. Talk about quickness. Here it is inside the 30. Makes the cut move. Leonard taking a shot at him, brings him down at the 4. Devon Bess, the rookie who has made plays all season, scored the Dolphins' only touchdown in the game in the regular season against Baltimore. Takes it down 45 yards.
Well, you see his ability, how quick he is, how he can perform in such tight spaces. That allowed him to get out into the open and make that play. And we were talking during the commercial, if the Dolphins, always a lot of big ifs, if they didn't turn it over and just got 3 on the last drive, this game would have been much more pressure-packed.
Well, this drive sustained by a couple of penalties, and now the big play, the longest of the day by Miami. Sets him up 1st and goal. Fake to Brown. Pennington now has the time, goes over to Brown, but that side is sealed. Brown's effort against Zibikowski takes it to about the 2. You wonder, it's easy to look back now, but that first drive of the game after they got the McLean fumble, they went down to the 1. They bypassed going for the touchdown on 4th and goal. Is that any kind of message that you send to Baltimore at that point by not going for the touchdown, even if you missed?
Oh, no, no. I think it's respect, playing the game, knowing the situation, that 3 points was going to be big in what most people thought would be a very low-scoring game.
2nd and goal from the 2. Fake the toss. Now going to go for the pass. What a catch. Touchdown, Ronnie Brown. Quite an effort by Ronnie Brown.
Really was. The Baltimore defense covered everybody, and Chad Pennington, Ronnie Brown uncovered where Suggs had him at first. He finally just ran by him.
Extra point by Carpenter is blocked. So the first postseason touchdown by Miami in 12 quarters. With a missed point after. That goes 74 yards for the score.
I've been seeing things.
You had a twin brother, but he died when you were both in the womb. This Friday, for him to be born,
He's trying to use you to enter our world.
she must die. Unborn. Rated PG-13.
In a 3 economy, where's the safest place to invest?
Your stomach?
Look at the whiz kid.
Wendy's 3-conomics, featuring the double stack, one of 3 way better sandwiches for 99 cents each.
It's way better than fast food. It's Wendy's.
Step 2, 3, 4, and
Whatever steps you're taking to impress your partner,
and dip.
don't let erectile dysfunction get in the way. Viagra.
America's most prescribed ED treatment, can help you enjoy a more satisfying sexual experience. To learn more, take a spin around Viagra.com. Ask your doctor if your heart is healthy enough for sex. Don't take Viagra if you take nitrates for chest pain, as it may cause an unsafe drop in blood pressure. Side effects may include headache, flushing, upset stomach, and abnormal vision. To avoid long-term injury, seek immediate medical help for an erection lasting more than 4 hours. Stop taking Viagra and call your doctor right away if you experience a sudden decrease in vision or hearing. Now's the time to take the lead. Ask your doctor if Viagra is right for you.
Join me for the People's Choice Awards, where your vote really counts. With special musical guest, Carrie Underwood.
And I don't even know his last name.
That's right, the People's Choice Awards.
Live, Wednesday night.
Only on CBS.
There is still life in the Dolphins. The big play, best 45 yards. But the big highlight, really, the fingertip grab by Ronnie Brown, his first receiving touchdown all year. He rushed, did Ronnie Brown, for 10 scores. And he also threw a touchdown pass. Now he catches one here in the postseason to keep Miami in it. Carpenter did not miss a point after all season long, was 40 of 40. But had that one blocked. That's concentration and talent. And watch Frank Walker from the ground with the left hand deny the point after.
The biggest event of the year is now even bigger. The Toyotathon of Toyotathons is in its final days, so we're going above and beyond to bring you the deal of all deals on your favorite Toyotas, like great leases, cashback, or low financing. With savings like these, no wonder Toyota has the best overall value of any brand. It's your last chance of the year to get amazing deals, so hurry. This event ends soon. Get to the Toyotathon of Toyotathons now.
What if you could give your family just what they want this holiday for one low price? Introducing Sprint Family Plans. You'll get unlimited nationwide text, video, picture messaging, and more, and save at least $240 a year over comparable AT&T and Verizon plans. What better way to bring the family together? America's largest, most dependable 3G network. Come to a Sprint store and find out how much you can save.
This Transylvanian has never eaten a burger. Will he prefer the Whopper or the Big Mac? Was it good for you, Whopper Virgin? I guess it was.
Hi, LL Cool J.
That was me, LL Cool J, before I started using Swagger from Old Spice.
When the difference between life or death comes down to a split second, this is the team that gets the call.
We saved the hostage, period. That's the job.
Let's keep the peace.
Flashpoint premieres CBS Friday.
Jim Nantz and Phil Simms back here at Dolphin Stadium. It just got interesting as Miami's offense finally produced a touchdown to trim that Baltimore lead to 11. Flacco is going to come out throwing. Going for the long ball and just over the head of Mark Clayton. Phil, I know how much you admire a big-arm quarterback. This kid's got one.
Yeah, he does, Jim. Look at this defense. Everybody up near the line of scrimmage and down at the bottom of your screen, there's going to be no help. The Ravens anticipated it. They picked up the blitz, and they let Joe Flacco throw it deep down the field.
They go Brown, McGahee, Jeremiah Bell has a hold of him, doesn't let go. Pick up a 4. 3rd and 6, and a chance for Miami to get the ball back quickly if the defense can step up one more play. Talking to Flacco, he admired how, as a rookie, he had 16 starts, got every game, he looked at us and said, yeah, but I want to start 20.
Yeah.
That would mean all the way to the Super Bowl. That's what that would mean. Pennington staying loose. Going to win another quick shot. Again, going long. And well defended. Out of reach for Clayton. 3 and out forced by the Dolphins defense. Ronaldo Hill in on that coverage.
Well, they got what they wanted. 3 and out. Pressure on the quarterback. No time off the clock.
Twice they went long to Clayton. It was Torbor who was in the face of Flacco. How did you like that play calling with the 11-point lead? They went deep twice.
They were trying to win the game, Jim. Going deep twice, knowing the defensive is going to be very aggressive.
So Cook kicks it to Best, 26-yard line. He starts out. And Matt Petula, the snapper, brings it down after a 49-yard punt. Pennington back out there.
That's refreshing. Yeah, it's drinkability. Simple concept. The sun is hot, which makes us hot. Bud Light, it's like a million tiny air conditioners, refreshing your whole body.
Why not just one big one?
Because it's a million.
Just think it'd be more energy efficient.
The easy drinking taste of Bud Light. The difference is drinkability.
Hey, better, swing! Swing!
A car that keeps pace with you. Because you're more than one thing. And so is Venza.
Connect to everything you love in life in a bold new way. Introducing BlackBerry Bold. As beautiful as it is powerful.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by BlackBerry. Bud Light. The difference is drinkability. And by Toyota. Moving forward.
Oh, just love that sight. It is truly a night, may I say, unlike any other. When you get around that great scene. Here we go. 12 minutes to go. And Miami's defense gets the football back to Pennington and company. It's the middle. He goes too steep. And that was Ed Reed breaking it up, intended for Bess.
Yeah, Ed Reed is deep. He's watching the quarterback. This is the type of play that really hurt the Baltimore defense the first time around. And even if that football is down lower, Devon Bess is going to take such a big hit. No chance that he's going to be able to come down with the football.
So second down from the 32. Fake to Williams. Go to Martin for the first and more. Ed Reed trips him up, picks up 13.
Yeah, first time today we've seen that formation with the sweep coming behind it. A 3 tight end look to the right. It does confuse the Baltimore Ravens defense. They all get moving in the opposite direction. Martin comes across. Nice design, nice pickup.
Come on, Pennington. Steps up away from the heat. Able to fling it to London. What an effort knowing where that first down yardage is. Ray Lewis holding on to him. It'll be close, maybe a measurement on the way.
Chad Pennington, the pocket just falls apart right away. Good job of just stepping up in there, finding the outlet receiver. This Dolphins offense got a little confidence, got a little rhythm for the first time after that last drive. Making plays.
Bennington made a nice play that time. They were in on him in a hurry, and he just stepped up away from it. Over pursued. What can he do here? First down. Puts it away quickly again. Nice cut by Ginn. And Washington ends it after 8 yards.
This is hard on this Baltimore defense. A lot of big guys. What they say to us, Jim, they want to tire out. Miami right now looks like Miami has got the Ravens defense on the run and tired.
Again with 5 catches, all in this half. 2nd and 2, they run for it, they get it. Ricky Williams bangs ahead, takes it inside the 30. He broke away from Bart Scott. Only the 2nd playoff game of Ricky Williams' career. Played once in a playoff game at New Orleans.
Here you are in this situation. You're down 2 scores. You're in field goal range.
Back to Martin. And that's Bart Scott. But it gains 4. Ricky Williams took a blow and inflicted one of his own.
Wow. Well, now you understand why they try to run some of those sweeps and wildcats, so their running backs don't take those type of hits against a defense like this.
Ray Lewis, who, when they showed up at camps, looked at his talent around him, said, wow, we don't know how good we can be. So we took it week to week and passed the test. Look at this test. My goodness, Ginn can't get the handle on it. What a nightmare play that is for Miami when they had the momentum.
It is trying to just make the play to get them back in the game. Look at the blitz. And it's perfectly timed. It just destroys the fake, the handoff that Chad Pennington is trying to get to Ted Ginn.
And it's Ray Lewis who was in on him so fast. He almost was there before the exchange.
Yes, it was supposed to be a handoff. It actually turned into a pitch by Chad. The football came out of his hand before Ted Ginn got there.
Now, to get the first here, they got to get all the way to the 18. Perhaps they can get about a half that, a chunk of it, to be able to consider a field goal.
Absolutely. If you get anywhere close to field goal range, you kick it.
Pass pulled down and ruled out. That was Ginn.
I think in this situation, they're going to punt it. I think you have to punt it. Jim, if they'd have picked up 7, 8 to 10 yards, they're going to go for a long field goal try because that would still give them a chance to win the game.
1 foot, and that's it.
Yeah, no force out in the NFL this year, so that's no decision by the officials. You don't get 2 feet down, it's not a catch.
Boy, that end around had worked this season really spectacularly well for Ginn and the Dolphins. He scored a couple of touchdowns on that play. That's Leonard with the fair catch, and the bump is going to give Baltimore some extra yardage. That was Derek Smith who ran into him. But that Ginn play backfired big time as they lost all what they had going.
Yeah, you know, and I'm not going to second guess and go, oh, they shouldn't have run that play.
Because it worked all year.
That's what they are.
Yep.
They're trying to make the play. They've done it successfully many times.
They lost 19 on this occasion.
Fair catch interference by the kicking team, number 59. It's a 15-yard penalty. Baltimore keeps the ball, first down.
Big field position penalty right there. So this really put a significant dent in the Dolphins' hopes.
Start the year right
Eat smart with a delicious low-fat Subway Club on new, freshly baked 9-grain wheat bread. Subway. Eat fresh.
The biggest event of the year is now even bigger. The Toyotathon of Toyotathons is in its final days, so we're going above and beyond to bring you the deal of all deals on your favorite Toyotas, like great leases, cashback, or low financing. With savings like these, no wonder Toyota has the best overall value of any brand. It's your last chance of the year to get amazing deals, so hurry. This event ends soon. Get to the Toyotathon of Toyotathons now.
Check this out. With this controller, your character will mimic your exact motions. See?
Sweet.
Now throw me a pitch, just like we're outside.
You're out. That ends the inning. Next up, shortstop.
Want to get away? Now you can. With Southwest Airlines Internet Specials, you can fly to destinations nationwide for just $49 to $99. Purchased by January 19th. Low fares, no hidden fees.
Everything okay out there?
Trapped
Is everything okay?
in a women's prison.
Stuck in a women's prison is every guy's fantasy. Maybe not McGee.
You plan to retake this by force? One way or the other, this ends at sundown.
They rush us, you're the first to die.
Move! Call them back!
Cut his throat.
New NCIS, CBS Tuesday.
Looking down at Dolphin Stadium, where Baltimore has the football back midway fourth quarter, leading 20-9. From the 29, it's McClain for a yard. Tonight on 60 Minutes, they call him the mad scientist of football. Coach Mike Leach, what are his tricks all about? You're going to find out on 60 Minutes, followed by new episodes of $1 Million Password, Cold Case, and The Unit. It's all tonight on America's #1 network. And Baltimore has had 2 consecutive 3-and-outs. Only 1 completion in 5 throws in the second half for Flacco. So they stay ground. Look at McClain. This is what he does. He wears you down. And he's within a yard of the first. Yeah, he loved the fact, Phil, you talked about it. Actually, Cam Cameron first kind of ran into McClain when Cameron was the coach with the Dolphins, and he saw him at the Combine up in Indianapolis, and he liked him and thought he might end up as a Dolphin out of the draft, but got selected 4th round by the Ravens 07. Set out of training camp this year to go back to Alabama and get his communications degree. Had a Pro Bowl season. He's taken the man in front of him, Lorenzo Neal, with him, who's been there before on his own. 3rd and a big 2. Flacco's going to try to throw for it. Finds Neal, has the first. Crowder shoulders him out of bounds, but the Ravens get a new set.
Yeah, what they know, the excitement on the Ravens sideline, that now they're just worried about the clock. And 1 first down really puts the Miami Dolphins in a tough situation. Good play calling, very safe, making sure they do not put the game in the hands of a young quarterback at the end here. Just like their last series. Jim, is that McClain on the sideline?
That is McClain. They bring in reinforcement with McGahee, 1,000-yard runner last year. Has not really ever been 100% this year with a knee. University of Miami back to the 48. Picks up a couple. McClain got hurt on the pass play to Neal, trying to throw a block on Matt Roth.
Oh, it's probably when he gets a little leg whip in there, looks like it might have hurt him.
We approach 5 minutes to go, 2nd and 8.
Any pass plays, they will keep everybody in, protect Joe Flacco, and let him throw it down the field if they do throw it.
McGahee gets free. McGahee inside the 40. McGahee inside the 20. McGahee inside the 10 and down to the 3. That is is starting to look like the end of that Dallas game where the backs just suddenly burst free to close that deal.
Well, and so many things happen in situations like this. A defense that's desperate. Well, that's just one nice move by Willis McGahee. What a stiff arm that he gives to Hill. A fresh running back late in the game against a defense that's tired. He took advantage of it.
Goes for 48 yards. Stiff arm Ronaldo Hill to the turf. First and goal, and it's back to McGahee, and pushed back by Roth, loss of a 1. Joey Porter in on that play also. Dolphins take a timeout here. Have to hold them to a field goal to have any breath.
Oh, how much are these?
No, those aren't for sale.
Oh, I'm sorry. My mom's a little crazy about her antiques.
Antiques, they're rollover minutes.
Yeah, from like 6 months ago.
But they're still good. You know, saving minutes saves money, and these days we can't afford to be wasteful. Not everyone gets to keep their unused minutes.
Oh, cool.
Beat it, kid.
Only AT&T's Family Talk with Rollover saves your family's unused minutes. And saving minutes saves money. Now add a line for just $9.99. Now get 50% off all LG phones.
I hate traffic.
I must spend about an hour or two a day in traffic.
20 minutes, at least an hour and a half.
Americans waste 4.2 billion hours a year stuck in traffic.
Nobody likes traffic.
Every year, traffic congestion wastes 58 super tankers of fuel.
What can you do about it?
I heard Stockholm put in a smart toll system.
Gridlock gick ner med 20%.
Do that here and we can save a lot of gas.
2 billion liters of petrol.
And time.
That's what I'm working on. I'm an IBMer.
Let's build
a smarter planet.
A car that keeps pace with you. Because you're more than one thing. And so is Venza.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Subway, home of the famous always made fresh $5 footlong. And by the new AT&T, your world delivered.
Jim Nantz and Phil Simms back here in Miami. Tony Sperano's team trying to make a little comeback in this fourth quarter, but then had that ill-fated miscue on an end around. Now the Ravens driving back down second and goal, trying to put the game away. McLean's back onto the field. The pass to McLean with Bell defending.
Well, a little pressure. You think the defense is just playing run all the way, but a good job by the Miami defense reacting to the play fake and getting in Flacco's face just enough where he's not able to complete the pass.
It's really here where Flacco's season began to take a real uptick. He had thrown only one touchdown, 7 picks through the first 5 games, but after the Miami game here, including that performance, he took off 13 and 5 the rest of the way, touchdowns to picks. Here he's going to keep it and run it in. The rookie's in for the touchdown that likely puts this one away. Now, Bill, you said it early. Now, the other thing that was kind of the unknown quantity was how much that Flacco could give you on the ground.
Yeah, really nice call and a good job of being patient by Flacco. He didn't panic. He waited, and the defense, all the defensive linemen committed to rushing the passer, and that's why it was wide open. Made a good decision where to run it.
3 times he's tucked it under today, all resulting in first downs or touchdowns. Stover with one more to make it 27-9.
Well, we've talked to him a couple times this year, Jim, and I remember last night after he left the room, we were trying to give him, can you handle the big moment, the playoff game? You're a rookie, will you get nervous? And you know, the questions don't rattle him. When he left the room, I said, wow, has he ever shown any emotion? And all the people who work with the Baltimore Ravens just kind of laugh. They go, nope, that's the way he is every day.
Yeah, Kevin Byrne reminded us that he's the oldest of 6 kids, family back in Audubon, New Jersey. And you know, I guess I just don't know. We were wondering why he doesn't seem to ever be overwhelmed about anything. but he's so grounded. I mean, here's a kid that last year at Delaware, he took the bus to class and rode his bike around, didn't own a car. Gets drafted in the first round, comes to training camp driving his grandmother's 1990 Volvo. And now he's got the keys to the Ferrari. He's got the Baltimore Ravens defense and the rest of that young, aggressive offensive line and powerful running backs and underrated receivers like Derek Mason at his side.
Well, I'll say this about the Baltimore Ravens. I've said it all year long. You don't hear what you've heard in years past. Well, the defense is, the offense this. And it's kind of melded together, and they become a true team, and they played like it all year long. And really what I think, their offense really just complements what their defense is trying to do. They built the team, this franchise, and the way it is now around their defense, and the offense is secondary to it, and they call plays and manage games to help their defense out.
Again, and Frank Walker twist him out with too much aggression at 15. Walker the one who blocked the point after. Flacco takes it the final yards, but it was Willis McGay who really set up the
After
touchdown.
the player was out of bounds, personal foul, unnecessary roughness by their kicking team, number 41. 15-yard penalty, Miami's ball, first down.
Yeah, it's pretty nice, Jim, when your backup running back is Willis McGay. And look at the path that he took. Comes in the fourth quarter, fresh legs, takes advantage of a defense that overreacts or over-pursues and led to a score.
McGahee rushed for over 100. He played here in the regular season. There's a pass down the field into triple coverage in the area of David Martin. Now the AFC with 3.5 to go here. It's shaping up at this point. Baltimore at Tennessee Saturday, which would mean San Diego and Pittsburgh on Sunday. We'll be there for that one, Phil. We've seen that game already this year at Heinz Field, and it was a good one that came right down to the end. Pittsburgh pulling that one out. Jeff Reed winning that game with a late field goal. And that's Nakamura and Leonard. You called Leonard's name a few times today?
Well, we have. And sometimes you get in this situation in a game, you think, well, they won't keep blitzing. Well, you're wrong. And it's a good, as I've said a couple times, good timing. And they confused, they crossed as they were blitzing, and then allowed Leonard to come in there free.
You know, for the Ravens going back to Tennessee, they were there in the 2000 divisional round and won there on their way to winning the Super Bowl. More pressure, Pennington got it away in time. It'll set up fourth and about 10. Leonard brings it into that one after a gain of about 9. Brandon London with the catch.
And Miami will stay on the field and go for it here in a situation like this, of course. You know, look at this game today, Jim. The biggest difference, Ed Reed, healthy, back in the middle of the field. He proved to be the difference against this Miami offense.
Fourth down, Pennington's not going to get enough with that throw. That's Corey Ivy stopping London about 3 yards short, and the Ravens take over. And this one, you can go ahead and advance those brackets now, folks. When you look at the last 4 in the AFC, what do you see there? Phil, what is there a similar characteristic with these 4 teams?
What, they're all big, fast, tough, and physical? Yes, I see those similarities. We saw the San Diego-Pittsburgh game. The San Diego defense played very well that day, and it was exciting to the end.
And we'll have Baltimore, Tennessee Saturday, preceded by the NFL Today, 3:30 Eastern Time. And JB and the crew will be on Sunday at 4 o'clock Eastern Time, divisional weekend here on CBS. And that's just McLean piling up some more yards. You look at John Harbaugh. 10 years ago, his brother was the starting quarterback for the Baltimore Ravens for a season. And in fact, we told him this little nugget last night. When Dolphin Stadium opened, the first touchdown pass ever thrown in this stadium,
Dan Marino,
was by his brother Jim, not by Dan Marino. In a preseason game for the Bears, Jim Harbaugh threw the first touchdown pass ever here. And now his brother, a rookie head coach, is going to win his first playoff game.
Hey, Coach Mora, we're going to throw a playoffs party in my backyard. Big screen TV, lots of cold, refreshing Coors Light.
You kidding me?
No, we're even going to play touch football with the neighbors.
I don't care who you play.
Coach, there's going to be girls at our party. You think we should talk to them about the playoffs?
Playoffs? Don't talk about playoffs. Playoffs?
Frost Brewed Coors Light, official beer sponsor of the NFL playoffs.
Playoffs? You kidding me? Playoffs?
Okay.
Don't talk about
I brought it
playoffs.
Rob, you know Verizon Wireless still has lots of really great phones on sale.
The holidays aren't over yet. Come to the Verizon Wireless New Year Blowout Sale for great deals on LG phones, like the versatile Decoy with built-in Bluetooth headset for just $19.99. Verizon Wireless.
So wait, you have to say yes to everything?
Yes.
See the movie that has America laughing out loud. Critics are calling Yes Man the best comedy of the year. Positively hilarious. A great movie for the holidays, loaded with laughs. Jim Carrey is a high-energy comic genius.
What did he call me?
Yes Man. Rated PG-13. Now playing.
See, honey, it even has a knob that goes from light to dark.
Mm-hmm. Your turn.
It was better than last year's.
Ow! Mama! You okay? Let me see.
This holiday season, give them what they bleed for.
What?
Authentic NFL products. Redeem your gift cards now at NFLShop.com.
Tonight on 60 Minutes, the coach they call the mad scientist of football, Mike Leach of Texas Tech. What are his tricks? Find out on 60 Minutes.
Now the Ravens 2 minutes away. They have the football. Anything here today surprise you about the way this game played out?
Yeah, I think I'm a little surprised. I'm surprised that the Ravens were able to force the turnovers and take it away from the Miami Dolphins as many times as they have, because we know the Dolphins, they were the best set a record this year in the NFL for the least amount of turnovers.
Yeah, a team that had that remarkable 15-game turnaround, if you will. Well, there were 15 games out of the division lead, that is, last year. To the undefeated Patriots in the regular season, only to turn around and go plus 10 in wins. You see the Subway postgame shows coming up, and win that same division. Coming up, we're going to hear from the winners. We'll have the latest playoff news and information, and a special appearance by Subway's very own Jared, an Indianapolis Colts fan who I know he's playing hurt here today, coming into the studio after his Colts loss last night.
Well, of course, Jim, both teams very confident coming into today, and we heard the Dolphins talk about their chances, but the Ravens probably a little more emphatic and had a really deep belief that they were the better football team. They thought they were more physical, faster, more athletic, and as we said many times during the telecast,
here's Nick Bryson. You talk about a neat 24 hours for him. He hasn't stopped smiling today. They landed here at 5, the Ravens, on the team plane. He received word his wife, Caroline, had gone into labor, took a plane ride back to Baltimore, landed at 10, 1 hour ahead of time to be there for the birth of little Claire McGuire, born at 11 o'clock last night. And Nick Bryson was back in time for the team breakfast at 9 this morning. And now he's about to give the coach the celebration bath. The Ravens getting set for a little meeting with the Titans next Saturday. And I talked about Jim Harbaugh. How about this? He's going to be in Nashville next week, as the Ravens will be, because the NCAA coaches convention's going on at the same time. So a little fateful meeting there with his brother.
His brother will be there from Stanford, of course.
Cam Cameron, how sweet is that for Cam to come back here and win twice in this season after coaching this team for only 1 year and being dismissed. A big wow from Cameron. Well, the Dolphins, 13 giveaways all year. That's it. Just a superb season by Coach Sparano and Miami. But they gave it up 5 times today. And the Ravens keep on proving people wrong. This team is for real. They might be about as rough and tough and mean and nasty as anybody in the league. They've won it here today, 27-9. Coming up next, it's the Subway postgame show. Baltimore and Tennessee next Saturday on CBS. San Diego travels back to Pittsburgh for the 2nd time this season, and we'll see that one next Sunday. Phil, I enjoyed it, partner.
Yeah, nice game, a lot of fun. See you next week.
Happy New Year to you, my friend, and to all of you out there as well. Jim Nance saying so long from Miami, where Joe Flacco and that tremendous Ravens defense does what it's been doing all season long. They stomp on another opponent and they advance. You've been watching the NFL on CBS. We'll join James Brown in New York after this.
$5 $5 footlong.
Footlong.
$5 footlong.
Everyone's loving the Subway famous $5 footlongs, and there are so many to try, like the Oh My Meatball Marinara or the Temp-Delicious Spicy Italian. $5 footlongs at Subway, all day, every day.
Subway, eat fresh.
Presenting Subway Fresh Buzz, a look at football's most buzzworthy teams, brought to you by Subway, home of the famous $5 footlong. Subway, eat fresh. Last week, on the last play of the regular season, the Minnesota Vikings won their first division title in 8 years.
We need this one. Snap spot. Kick is up, and it is good!
We end up, man. NFC North Division champs. That's what it's all about. Now this is where the fun starts, man.
Celebrate the music that makes us. The Grammys, live CBS Sunday, February 8th.
That's 1 latte.
Keep the change.
Whoa. You can use that change to get double the beef for only 89 cents.
Double the beef? You really just pushed a button.
Change the way you see change. Taco Bell's cheesy double beef burrito. A double portion of seasoned ground beef smothered in melty nacho cheese sauce. It's double the beef for only 89 cents.
Can I get some change, please?
Why pay more?
People have a lot on their minds. What can we do about climate change? How can I save on my energy bills? Should I go with the peach cobbler or the cherry pie? Thing is, everything you're talking about, your Touchstone Energy Co-op is already working out. As co-op members, we're all in this together, keeping the lights on and our costs down. Cherry pie, peach cobbler, you can't go wrong.
Subway postgame show is sponsored by Subway Restaurants. Subway, home of the famous $5 footlong.